a nurse.
Yeah, let's get up and ready to party. Woo!
Nurses have something that'll help you.
Hey, good morning. It's the Bob and Tom Show. We're here. We got the mics. We got the sounds, the tunes. Christy Lee at the news desk.
Hey.
Josh Arnold at the I Hate Steven Singer sidekick chair.
Hey, Chick.
Hey, man. There's Ace Cosby. There's Willie Griswold.
Good morning, Chick.
Good morning, indeed. I'm Chick McGee, and here's Tom Griswold.
Thank you very much. A little bit of Duke tomato to start things off. Nurses are hot and ready to party.
Floaters are going crazy today. I can't see about half you people.
You all right?
And when I mean you people, I mean you people.
Okay.
Yeah, I'll get it. Here we go.
Thank you very much.
Right.
We have a lot to get to, as always, including a lot of stuff going on in the world of sports. The NFL draft just around the corner, the NBA playoffs. And
Man, am I sick of hearing about the draft.
Already?
And my blood runs about half National Football League. I'm tired of it. Good Lord. I will not watch. I will not watch. I will not watch. Can I make this any plainer? Not watch it.
Really?
Over promoting it, over discussing it.
Yes, there you go. He gets it. He gets it. The NHL guy gets it.
I mean, it is the one sports event that can be really covered over something like Twitter. A game cannot be covered well over Twitter.
No.
Twitter gives you all the info you need.
Exactly.
The Colts take with the fourth pick, this player.
I will wake up in the middle of the night and take a look, and I'll go, okay, oh, well, that's interesting.
Don't you want to watch the part where the commissioner gets booed?
See, I was just thinking of that. You know what he's going to do? He's going to go up to the podium. Okay, let's hear you. Yeah, is that the best you got? Come on. Let's go. And it's like, you just let somebody else do it and get off the stage.
Do you think he talks about how much that secretly bothers him in therapy?
Of course it tears him apart.
I'm sure that
it cleaves his heart.
Yes, I'm sure as he gets in his private jet,
How about
the
that,
big
Josh?
private jet you can stand up in,
his heart.
he gets in the private jet and flies wherever the hell he wants to fly for the weekend. Yeah, I'm just tearing up.
I know.
Thinking about those Haitian girls and the
Why don't they get somebody
lack of
like
body hair, especially in the
Kansas City? What are you saying?
They don't even ask.
So anyway, yeah.
Okay, well, your favorite team, are they in an interesting
I don't
position
know,
in the
15, 16, something like that.
Ace, are you going to watch?
No.
No, okay.
There you go.
Oh, wait a minute. Is it on cable?
It's on ABC.
Okay, it is. Okay.
Is it on ABC or ESPN?
ABC, too.
It's going to be on ABC. It's going to be on the
Sure I saw that.
national
I'll
network.
double check, but
That's stunning. You know what's happening is that the networks realize that no one's watching standard episodic television anymore on their networks.
That's right.
They're streaming all of it. They're zipping by the commercials, and the only way they can have the commercials reach somebody is during a live event, like a sporting event or the dumb draft.
That's why the top 100 TV shows last year, what was it, 96 of them were NFL games.
I'm stunned.
Well, we'll find out about that and many more things. What else is coming up in sports?
Oh, and the NBA. We got big doings in the NBA. And the Celtics were going to eliminate the Hawks last night.
I don't know what happened.
Not so fast, my friends.
Oh.
Janet Jackson has to reschedule her concert.
That's how much they believed in their Hawks.
Well, you would think, a year ago when they scheduled the concert for tomorrow night in Atlanta, the Hawks would certainly not be doing anything in the playoffs. Once again, not so fast.
I heard Trae Young honestly bought tickets to the concert. Even he didn't think it was going to work out so well.
I bet so. Yeah, and Trey's the one who made the three at the end of the game. So we'll talk more about that. Also, here we go. The Carolina Panthers and Coach Frank Reich, he and General Manager Scott Fitterer. Fitterer. Fitterer.
Mm-hmm.
They say they've reached an agreement on which quarterback they're going to take during the NFL draft.
Did they say who it is?
No, they're being quiet. They're gonna be real. And guess what? Coming up in sports. That's right. It's brine time.
Brine time.
Brine time.
all right.
Brine time, baby.
Brine time.
I know this is so obscure, but every time I hear this, I think lacrosse because Brian makes a lot of great lacrosse equipment.
As opposed to, we're talking pickleball.
Pickleball, baby.
Pickleball.
Not only pickleball, but a pickleball record.
Really?
Hello. Well, they're going to
And
try.
that song, of course, is the Chambers Brothers, The Time Has Come Today, which has this really weird part in the middle. Of course, you really have to be high.
Tom Chambers of the Seattle Supersonics, and bring them back, by the way. Come on, NBA. Tom Chambers' father was in the Chambers Brothers.
Oh, is that so?
Really?
Who knew?
I bet no one.
You know,
Chick did.
thank you for teaching us.
You're welcome. I could have just made that up in my sleepy delirium. I'm not sure.
Yeah, I'm sleepy too. This could be rough today.
I don't know what.
boy.
I mean, is it the barometric pressure? I'm not sure.
I think it's going to bed late and getting up early. I have a theory.
Well, I had a real problem with the many, many women attendants I have at the home at my house and taking care of me every morning.
The dogs?
They were, boy, oh boy. How do you get mad at a dog when you hear,
You want to knock that off?
well,
And how do they know your alarm's going to go off before it goes off? That's so amazing.
they
to me.
know my routine better than
Yeah,
I do.
my dog woke me up literally, and my alarm went off a minute later. I'm like, whoa.
If I ever oversleep, I'm dead. Okay, record this and save this.
I mean, you're deceased.
I'm just
Send someone
because
to the,
it's impossible. The dogs will. Hello, let's go.
Do they bark, or how do they wake you up?
Well, Monkey, she will bark once.
Okay.
And you best get at it.
Oh.
She gives you one warning bark.
And then it's
Poop Festival of Crap.
I see.
Yes.
Oh, it's the Poop City Festival of Crap. Have I ever been there?
Yes, sirree. But
I see. That's fascinating.
nowhere to go but up from this
Now,
sportscast.
if you don't come in and we don't hear from you,
I'm deceased.
how do we get into your house? Does anyone have a key? Should you give me one? Maybe give one to Ace?
Ace?
Wait a minute. You're like planning this for next week. Hang on a minute.
I mean, Ace doesn't he live
I
closest
can open
to you?
it with his Simply Safe.
No, you can't. And there's I have one code that, there's only one person I know that knows it right now. Well, maybe two.
Maybe you should share that with us. So
No, I don't think so.
Chick, can you give me a key or the code? But here's the thing, though. I'm only going to use it one time. I want to put it behind one of those special glass break containers. If there's an emergency, then I get to break the glass and figure the code out.
In case of emergency, break glass, and then you can. Maybe I will do that. I should do that probably.
Always wanted one of those.
Yeah.
it's going to be kind of sad.
Well,
Go in the
evidently,
house.
your main concern is getting the body out of the house.
The smell will hit you first.
Yeah, you think so?
Yeah. Oh.
He'll be lying in the bed or
You guys, why
on
are
the
you
floor.
doing this?
What?
Doing what?
We're just trying to plan ahead.
Oh, my God.
You know, when we used to do this
Yeah, this is funny.
35 years
Yeah.
ago, it was funny.
It was funny, yeah. Yeah. It's like making jokes about adult diapers.
Yeah.
It's really funny until you need one.
Yeah, it's real funny. Until hang on.
Well, we have a lot of other interesting things coming up, including, Christy, you want to give us a couple of teasers over there?
Coming up, we have a doctor who covered his car in cow dung.
I wonder why.
We have the crown jewels in a special way for the coronation. We have a creepy story out of Texas.
Oh,
You.
This is Josh.
Aliens.
That's Chainsaw Massacre country. Oh,
Yeah.
aliens.
Josh,
Cows
this
turning
is-
up dead with tongues and sex organs removed.
This is right up your alley, Josh. This sounds like the beginning of a Spielberg movie or a Stephen King novel
Yikes.
coming up. Yeah, it's
Their tongues and their junk removed.
it's surgically removed, and it's like the second time it's happened in 40 years. It's really weird. We've got moose on the loose, of course. Nothing funnier. This covering your car and cow dung thing. I checked this out, and they've got photographs, and
That'll keep the birds from pooping on it.
it's like, are you kidding me? And this guy's a doctor. Hello. Well, we'll find out about why anyone would be doing that coming up. Also, remember the story about the flight? I think it was Air India. And some guy just walked over the middle of the flight and urinated all over another passenger.
That's
Yeah.
right. Yes.
I remember that.
It's happened again.
Let me ask you this.
Is this some kind of cultural thing? If you're mad at a guy, you literally go urinate on him?
Let me ask you this.
don't know.
Air India, do they serve cheeseburgers?
I would be.
That's a great question.
Maybe like a nice
surprised.
Or a hamburger, either one.
I'd be surprised.
lamb. Maybe a lamb cheeseburger they'd serve over there.
Oh, maybe.
You see a lot of lamb cheese in Indian dishes from time to time.
No kidding.
That's a good question. We can find out the answer to that. I do know that
Let's
we
get
have
on this.
another case of someone urinating all over a fellow passenger. I'll pass on that, please. Right now, I want to talk about something a little bit different, something serious. The Bob and Tom Show is sponsored by BetterHelp. BetterHelp is all about you helping yourself. And it's important to remember, I think the key to this whole thing is that it's not a sign of weakness to ask for help. The world out there right now, very confusing. It seems like we've all got some kind of PTSD. Getting to know yourself can really help you, and it's a lifelong process, and BetterHelp is all about getting you hooked up with a licensed therapist. And the thing about this that's different is it's all done online, including the therapy. So once you get hooked up, you can be dealing with your therapist. It can be like a phone call, or it can be with cameras on. It can be just texting back and forth. Whatever works best for you. You get hooked up by filling out a brief questionnaire. You'll get matched with a licensed therapist. And by the way, you can switch therapists at any time for no additional charge. And then you will proceed with whatever works for you. So discover your potential with BetterHelp by going to betterhelp.com/BT show. By the way, that will knock 10% off your first month. It's BetterHelp, H-E-L-P, betterhelp.com/BT show. Once again, the Bob and Tom Show sponsored by our friends at BetterHelp. Also, coming up, we've got this Sasquatch update I've been trying to get to for a while for Josh. We got two big Josh stories.
It's
this morning.
Sasquatch, not Sasquatch.
I know. Every time he
Stop
says
it.
that.
Sasquatch?
Sasquatch.
Sass, like sassafras.
On the East Coast, it's Sasquatch.
You absolutely pronounce it the exact ass backwards every time, no matter what word it is. Sasquatch.
Sorry.
Yes, I know the benefits of a classical.
Benefits of a classical education.
Hoity-toity.
This is the Bob and Tom Show.
This is Bob and Tom 24/7. 24/7. 24/7.
Good morning, and thanks for joining us here on Bob and Tom 24/7. It is Wednesday, April 26th. On the way, Jessica Alsman, Scorched Earth from the Bits and Pieces podcast, as well as our comedian, relationship expert, Alli Breen. You can reach her at allibreen.com and across all social media. She'll be reading your relationship letters on air, and we'll see if we can't help some folks out. That's Alli Breen coming up in the 9 o'clock hour Eastern time this morning on Bob and Tom 24/7. Good morning, I'm Mark Allison with a look at things you may have missed. The Atlanta Hawks still alive in the playoffs, and that will force fans planning to attend Janet Jackson's concert in the city this week to wait an extra day to see the music star. Hawks rallied to beat the Boston Celtics 119-117 in Game 5 of their playoff matchup Tuesday night, sending the series back to Atlanta for Game 6. It means that State Farm Arena double booked for Thursday night. Live Nation says the casualty will be Jackson.
Henry Phillips in the studio with us. Go ahead, Henry.
All right, well, this is a song about one time I was flipping through the channels, and it was late at night, and I saw that they had one of those televangelist preacher guys,
Sure.
and he was talking, as a lot of them do, about the end of the world is coming. And I want to tell all the people out there that the end of the world is coming. For some of us, sooner than others, but not to be a downer in the morning, but it is coming. And so this is a song about what I would do if it were the end of the world. Here we go. Well, I was flipping through the channels on my TV set last night, and then I came across some TV preacher guy, and he was talking about some prophecies, and I think I heard him say that tomorrow was the end of the world. So then I went into my kitchen and I reached for that top shelf, and I grabbed the finest whiskey I could find, 'cause there's no need to save the finer things for later anymore, since tomorrow is the end of the world. And then I got into my car and I drove down to a street corner, and I asked some guy where I could get some blow. And then I went up to the prettiest hooker I could find and asked if I could do a line off of her Hooters. Well, much to my surprise, she said she didn't have Hooters. And much to my surprise, I didn't care, 'cause there's no need for us to not be getting transsexual hookers anymore, since tomorrow is the end of the world. So have a smoke, shoot some smack, kick a kid in the face. steal somebody's groceries. Cause there's no need to not be a grocery stealing, little kid in the face kicking, smack shooting, smoking, tranny hooker, getting all the other stuff I said earlier guy anymore, since tomorrow is the end of the world. But when I woke up this morning, I took a look around, and of course I saw that everything was fine. But I'm still gonna call and thank that televangelist preacher guy, because I had myself a really lovely time.
Yeah.
I was a smart aleck.
Didn't take it all that serious.
Oh, yeah.
Did you?
Oh, heck no. People would make U-turns on the expressway. I'd pull up behind them and go over my microphone and go, because it says authorized vehicles only. I'd pull up behind them and go over my microphone and go, I authorize you. I don't care. You can't be subpoenaed if your name's not on anything. That's the way I always felt about it.
You don't say we didn't warn you. There's laughter ahead.
You guys want to grab lunch?
We can't go anymore.
Holy
That's
cow.
a good day's work, everybody.
This is Bob and Tom 24/7.
You know you're too high when you're eating cereal naked and your girlfriend tells you to put some clothes on. You realize it's not your girlfriend. It's just a woman on a bus. That's how you know you're too high.
I babysat a cat a couple weeks ago. No, it went in the show.
Oh, he.
Then he started picking his out of his litter box and dropping him in the middle of the living room floor.
Oh, this is a protest.
It did seem like some sort of action. Cats
that's
are,
funny.
jerks, basically.
Can be.
Cats are jerks.
Morning, Bob and Tom show.
Hey, boys, this is the Pope.
Hey, your pontiffness, how are you?
Can you guys hear me okay?
Yeah?
I'm on the Pope phone in the Pope mobile.
We were talking about road rage.
Well, you just got to learn how to calm it down. Take it easy. We all are brothers out here.
Yeah, that's right.
Hey, idiot, it's the one on the right. You step on it.
Wow, even the Pope.
That's the trick, is to kick back and relax, maybe
Sure.
pick up some tunes or whatever.
Well, you're a very...
Hey, Grandma, it's a green. Hey, the horn blows. How about the driver?
Hi, everybody. This is Mark Sweeney, and you're listening to Bob and Tom 24/7.
Welcome back to the Bob and Tom Show. Christy Lee at the news desk.
Hello.
Josh Arnold, the I Hate Steven Singer sidekick chair. There's Ace Cosby. Hey. There's Willie Griswold.
Hey, man.
In a swell hoodie.
Thank you, sir.
I'm Chick McGee. And here's Tom Griswold.
Thank you very much. Mr. Godwin will be back in a few days. He's got a bunch of stuff he's dealing with. I will remind you, he's got a couple really cool gigs coming up. And by the way, we're going to be announcing a special surprise gig with a bunch of us to raise some money to send some kids to summer camp.
I'll speak on behalf of, I know, Christy. Surprise gigs go. You gonna let us in on it? Or we got to buy tickets this time, or what's going on?
It's unbelievable, isn't it?
No, it's not unbelievable. No. It's the way you run things.
I'm working on some details.
There are things you say off the air that I know you're kidding, but then there are things you say off the air that I know you're serious. And one day you're telling somebody, you know what I need? Here's the thing you need in life. You're saying to someone.
Right.
And I'm overhearing.
Just did this yesterday.
One of those times you think I'm detached.
Just did this yesterday. I was talking to my friend who has the new house. We were
what
going
you
over
need
the
to do
roster
is,
things.
here's what
it doesn't have a fire extinguisher. You got to get a fire extinguisher.
This is a secret to life, okay? He's telling us. This is a secret to life. You have to play your life like you're playing poker, okay? Don't let anybody know what card you're holding, which is fine unless you have a team of people that rely on you communicating to them what we're supposed to do.
This is one.
Then, Chick's in a bad mood. He heard about the gig an hour ago.
This is on a need-to-know basis.
I need to know.
Well, I'll tell you when we get it done.
So you don't even have it done yet?
Huh?
You don't even have it done yet.
I can't get it done because there's never anybody in this building to talk to. That's a long story.
Yeah, we're not in the building because you're here.
I don't know. I thought that's what the offices were for.
That is true.
That is true. Mm-hmm.
That's a nice office. Anybody ever been in it?
Dear Bob and Tom.
Yeah.
I'm a VIP viewer on the YouTube. Isn't that what the kids call that? The YouTube? Yeah. I got a question about Willie. Does Willie have a condom pouch on his key ring?
Oh, no, I don't. I have, we all had to do the CPR training.
Sure.
Oh, okay.
And I think we all have these, right? We all got these little pouches with some sort of breath assist thing. We all have these.
Oh, okay.
Oh, yeah. I threw mine away.
The aspiration or the mask that keeps... Yeah, that's an important
I don't have one of those because I'm certain you're going to be performing that on me, and I won't need it. So
that's only if we get to your house on time, but we can't get into. You give somebody the key. Remember,
I'm playing my life like a poker game. I learned it from you, Dad. I learned it from you.
Okay. Yeah. Well, I was just giving somebody some advice yesterday. You idiot.
Yeah.
I just got to get.
What was your other? What else was on your list of?
Just important stuff to have for a new house.
You have to have a fire extinguisher.
Yeah. Get the metal hoses for your washing machine.
Okay.
You know, the hoses that go from the wall to the washing machine.
Yeah.
That is a pretty good tip, actually.
Yeah. Those rubber ones can burst. Happened to a friend of mine. He got back from vacation at 6 feet of water in his basement.
Chuckle.
They had to replace all the drywall.
You kind of enjoyed it. So why tell them to get metal hoses?
So did you go over your own checklist with your new house? With your new house?
I just wrote down because in the new house I don't know
Where's
where
your fire extinguisher?
Well, I have like 8 of them.
Where are they?
That's why I just wrote it down. I've got to go find them.
Oh, they're packed up still. Yeah.
Yeah, you want to keep them where the fire is going to be, like in the kitchen or whatever.
Sure.
You know, it's way too late to have you undergo any sort of psychological counseling, but I think it really would have helped you about 15 years ago.
Thanks.
Dear, this is from Rick. Dear Bob and Tom, I am a Packers fan, a true Packers fan, and he sent me a picture of his Packers Christmas tree with his Packer Titletown towel and the whole thing. We true Packer fans are so happy that the diva is gone. I don't care if we end up 8-9 for this season. By the way, that's what the diva gave us last year. The drama is gone. Good luck, Jets. And I'm sure that was sarcastic at the end there. Because
Packer fans were arguably the greatest fans in the NFL.
Packer fans, I don't know. Who do you think the most knowledgeable football fans are as far as teams go? Packers have to be up there. I mean,
the most opinionated would be Jets and Giants fans. Well, whether or not they're worthy of the opinions, I don't know.
Okay,
Really,
NBA.
what do you think? Do you think that in terms of a fan base, there's so many great fan bases. I mean, Buffalo.
I would think that it would be a team who's consistently not great, a team that doesn't make the playoffs every year
Browns.
Because they watch a lot more football than other teams do.
Did you see that, by the way, the Cleveland Browns?
What?
They're making noises. You know how these things happen. They send it out there, feelers, see what's happening, and then it gets louder and louder, and then all of a sudden, they say if they don't get a new stadium, they're leaving.
Oh, boy.
This is the Cleveland Browns. Now remember last time the Cleveland Browns, we don't get a new stadium, we're leaving. So they went to now they're the Ravens. Oh, now NFL gave them another Browns. Now, how many times is this going to happen?
That stadium isn't that old.
No. I don't know. Just telling you.
Okay.
There you go.
Are they going to be able to keep the name, or is that offending somebody?
Browns?
The Guardians.
You know, there was a time in this country when the colors were used for sports teams, like the Cleveland Grays or
St. Louis Blues.
The St. Louis. Well, but that's like a musical note. Help me, Josh.
Yeah, that was more the style of music. But hey, they do have blue in there.
You mean like the Utah Jazz, of course.
Right.
Utah, known for its fine jazz players. Oh, wait.
Well, what would you call them? The Utah Salt Lakes, whatever.
I think the Utahs would
Utah Lakes?
absolutely be the Utah Whites. I would think.
If we're going with the color thing.
I think we're going to the color.
Let's be real here.
We have to.
I see. Is that sports?
Is there anyone named Whitey anymore, by the way? Is that nickname gone away? Whitey?
Whitey Bulger, the famous criminal.
Whitey Herzog?
Whitey Morgan is a terrific country artist.
By the way,
Morgan.
Obscure trivia fact, ladies and gentlemen. Someone will verify this for me, maybe.
Well, that would be nice.
You heard that the what's the company called? Bed Bath and Beyond.
Yeah.
They're going under.
Right.
There's a fourth B now.
Yes. Bed Bath Beyond is bankrupt.
Yes.
And I feel bad for the people that work there, but it had its day.
I was a fan too.
Me too.
Do you guys remember that every month, no matter where you lived, you'd get the Bed Bath & Beyond thing in the mail?
20% off.
Did you know that when they arrested Whitey Bulger, he had a Bed Bath & Beyond coupon in his condo? I am totally serious.
So he got his mail one day?
So he got his mail. We all got them.
But Whitey Bulger was trying to get the 20% off at Bed Bath & Beyond.
So he left his mail on the table.
His mail there.
I bet Lee Harvey Oswald had a frequent shopper card. What are you trying to say?
Yeah, but it arrived under his alias, which, as we know, Josh, was...
I don't know Whitey Bulger's alias.
No, Lee Harvey Oswald's alias.
Oh, yeah.
A. Heidel or something?
Yeah, Alex
Heidel.
Rydell? Or...
No, it wasn't Rydell. That's Bobby Rydell from Bye Bye Birdie.
How could I get
the show?
I must have been thinking of Bobby Rydell.
Okay, I want to play something obscure.
I wish someone would do something.
Yeah.
Smashing Pumpkins.
It is, leave me out of it.
Smashing Pumpkins going back out.
The world is a vampire.
And this is an old piece from this show.
Oh, no. It's not.
Yes, it is.
Okay.
And it is admittedly somewhat dated.
And half the people in this bit might be dead.
That's true. But it does make what to me is a great reference to the great band, the Smashing Pumpkins. And I'll allow us to be a little bit dated here and enjoy this.
You're 20-something, living at home with your folks, and that liberal arts degree didn't quite pan out like you were hoping. You're young, you're hip, but you're going nowhere. And lately, you're having trouble going at all.
Hey, Mom, can you toss me up a copy of my Spin magazine? I'm going to be in here a while.
Gee, honey, I didn't know you were up yet. It's only noon.
Well, Mom, I'm really constipated in here.
Oh, I've got something for that, honey.
Please, Mom.
Wait just a minute, Mom. He needs a laxative, all right. But your Haley's M.O. won't cut it with today's suburban, trendy, angry young man. He needs new Generation X-Lax.
Generation X-Lax?
Generation X-Lax. When no matter how hard you try, you just can't give a
Hey, Mom, I'm still in here.
Honey, why don't you take some Generation X-Lax?
Huh?
Honey, it says right here on the bottle, 4 out of 5 doctors surveyed said that if you're pearl jammed up, Generation X-Lax will lollapaloosen your bowel.
Oh, come on, Mom.
I've seen the Generation X-Lax commercial on MTV. They say it's leaving a whole generation unplugged.
That's right, Mom. Reality bites when you're all bound up. With Generation X-Lax, your bowels will be slacker, just like your son.
Hey, honey, there's a premium offer here on the bottle. Let's see. 15 minutes after taking Generation X-Lax, you'll be hearing... Splashing pumpkins?
Mom, I think it's smashing pumpkins.
What's this about counting corn?
I think that's counting crows, Mom.
Oh.
Generation X-Lax. When no matter how hard you try, you just can't give a
Or take one.
Hello, it's me, Irish rock superstar Bono. If you're just sitting there, but you still haven't found what you're looking for, try Generation X-Lax. And you, too, can have a BM.
Wow, Mom. Thanks. Generation X-Lax really works. Which is more than I do. Anyway, what a great feeling. Kind of like Nirvana.
Honey, light a match, please. I don't think that smells like teen spirit.
Generation X-Lax on the drugstore shelf in the distinctive plaid flannel bottle with the cap on backwards.
Yes.
Many moons ago. All right. Hi, welcome to the Sports Desk. NBA action last night. Devin Booker, great name, Devin Booker, 47 points, 25 in the third quarter alone. And the Phoenix Suns passed the Clippers 136-130 to win the Western Conference first-round playoff series. The Suns now go and take on the Nuggets. They eliminated the Timberwolves in Denver last night, 112-109. And Trae Young had 38 points and drained the go-ahead three-pointer from beyond the top of the key, almost the logo, with 2.8 seconds left to help the Hawks cap a late comeback and beat the Celtics 119-117 to force a Game 6 on Thursday night. However, the Hawks, still alive, will force fans planning to attend Janet Jackson's concert tomorrow night to wait a day to see the musical star. The Hawks rallied to beat the Celtics, and it means that State Farm Arena is now double booked for tomorrow night.
Oops.
Live Nation says the casualty will be Jackson's concert, which will be postponed until Friday. So apparently there is some wiggle room there in Janet's schedule. So that's nice to know.
Convenient. Very good.
Yes, that she can wait until Friday.
And ludicrous.
Is he opening for
I don't
her?
think it's that crazy a thing.
With you, I thought he meant.
No,
you mean
no,
the singer?
The
actor?
Rapper.
And he's from Atlanta, so.
Oh, okay.
He's from Atlanta. You know that.
The Dirty Dirty South.
NBA playoffs tonight. The Knicks at the Cavs. 3-game-1 lead for the Knicks. LA at the Grizz. The Lakers lead that one 3-1. Miami at the Bucks. The Heat lead that one 3-1. And the Warriors at the Kings tonight tied at 2 games apiece. And what else did I have? Carolina Panthers coach Frank Reich says he and general manager Scott Fitterer have reached an agreement on which quarterback they'll take with the number 1 pick in the NFL draft. But Reich says the team won't say who until Thursday night when the draft begins.
Why are they saying anything?
Yeah.
The Panthers are choosing between Bryce Young, C.J. Stroud, Will Levis, not Levi's, and Florida's Anthony Richardson upgrade the quarterback position for the Panthers. More sports coming up here in a couple of minutes now. Including pickleball, a world record attempt. Unless you want to talk about it now.
You mean brine time?
You want to talk about it now?
No. Brine time coming up. We have also nudists in the news. We have an interesting thing about where you use your cell phone, your smartphone.
Yeah.
Is the word cell phone still valid?
Yeah, it's still cell. I think.
I don't think so. I think the term is out.
Some of the airports, they have the cell phone lot.
I think people just say phone now. I don't even think they say cell phone or smartphone or it's my phone.
Also, if you're getting the Botox, got some interesting news coming out of Kentucky involving, let's just call it Photox.
Yeah.
Oh.
Oops.
Yeah. And we'll find out about that. Do a lot of your friends get the Botox, Christy? I'll take that as a yes.
I think I'm the only person that's never had Botox in my life, ever. And I know I look like a grandma. Thanks.
You look
I don't
fine. You
care.
look great.
I'm just
I'm
a needle.
How did this whole broadcast go off the rails in 2 seconds?
I am not a needle fan. So.
Okay.
Yeah.
Well, we'll find out about Botox and an interesting new product idea that I have.
Yes.
There has to be a gentleman in this world named Beauregard Tox. Wouldn't that have to be? I am Botox.
Yeah. We'll find out about
Beauregard.
I've never worked so hard in my life. What the hell is going on?
The creepiest story today to me, other than the really scary story about the
cows
that are turning
mutilated.
up dead with being in Texas. Have you heard about this leg lengthening surgery for humans?
Ooh.
Yeah, this is really nuts. I mean, there are some cases where it could, be necessary for
Isn't there a movie?
Disability.
Jude Law.
Where he had his legs lengthened?
Yeah, some genetics movie.
Stretch him out?
Yeah, he switched places with somebody else because genetically it was deemed that he was a worker and the other guy was
wow.
Like
this is with
he had to be taller,
living American human and extending the length of their legs for vanity purposes.
Oh man,
yeah, and wait to hear how they do it. But right now, I'm
Gattaca. Something about Gattaca. Gattaca's.
Sorry,
okay.
Al Pacino. Gattaca. We have a quick question for Christy Lee. What is your sleep number setting?
40.
Meaning what? Meaning
it
what?
means it's the perfect firmness for me.
For you.
For you.
Yes.
No, for Chick McGee, they sleep.
Pass.
You don't like it that soft, do you?
100. I like it the firmest, the most firm.
Okay, Josh, your sleep
Big Daddy firm.
I'm 65.
But that's your thing.
Well, I know that because when I laid down on the sleep number bed, the sensors told me that those relieve
they
my
said
pressure
it's
points.
Just right.
Yeah.
That's right. Well, adjustable firmness, that's designed because they know that 8 out of 10 couples have a different idea of what they want for their firmness level. And you don't just lock it in forever. You can change it at the touch of a button. It's the most flexible bed ever. In fact, they even have beds at Sleep Number that are flexible, that will raise the head and the feet, et cetera, et cetera. And they have temperature control stuff, all kinds of stuff to make sure you get a great night's sleep. So sleep at the next level. Unlock your unique potential, because we're all different, with a smart bed. You've got a smartphone. How about a smart bed now? And these beds last longer than conventional beds. I know you're going to love yours. I was trying to figure this out. I believe I'm on year 17 with my Sleep Number bed. Huh. And I just moved it. And it's
not sagging, is it?
No, it's great. Right. And by the way, right now, this is interesting. You can save a staggering $500 on the new next-gen Sleep Number smart bed. Plus, there is, for a limited time, a special financing offer right now, only at Sleep Number stores. You find them at sleepnumber.com/BT show. Once again, limited time on this special financing offer, subject to credit approval. See the store for the details. Sleepnumber.com/BT show. I love my Sleep Number bed. Coming up, we have nudity. We have cow dung. It's in a different story, fortunately.
We have a lot of robot news today.
Yeah, too much robot news.
Yeah.
Including robots that you want to get intimate with.
Ooh.
Ugh. No, thanks.
Is it good for you?
This is the Bob and Tom Show.
Text us at 888-262-8661. More Bob and Tom next. State law.
Live in the studio with your guitar. You said you wanted to play something solo? What do you have in mind?
Well, I just did something solo. I feel like kind of throwing in a curveball. I don't know.
Sure.
I don't know if people feel like hearing the blues.
Sure.
I wrote a pretty cool little blues song on this new record. It's called "My Baby Don't Love Me Blues."
I think I'm all set. You ready?
Ready.
Awesome. Nice job, man. That was fantastic. Brian Setzer live in the studio.
This has been the Law Minute with ex-attorney Jack Thomas.
Remember, ladies and gentlemen, the law is your friend. It's the lawyers you have to watch out for. And remember this, the preceding has been a joke, not legal advice. Learn to know the difference.
Hi, this is Dr. Will Miller, and you're listening to Bob and Tom 24/7, which begs the question, why do you need Bob and Tom 24/7?
And Jesus said, take this bread and eat it. It is my body. And the disciples said, Jesus, we're all on low-carb diet. We appreciate you dying for our sins, but we're all trying to slim down a little. We want to look good in the painting.
Actually, I'm doing a CNN interview at 10, or else I'd go with him. Doing Larry King. First time. I'm very
Larry.
excited. Yeah, I just want him to go, Saskatchewan, hello! Can you turn down the electric blanket? I can't turn off the fan above the oven. I go, you know what we're going to do, Larry? We're going to try to get your shoulders a little higher. Could you do that? Why are my suspenders so tight? Because they don't go around your Larry, that's right. They go, see, if you let them go, the shoulders will do that. You won't look like you look like a vulture in heat. Muncie, hello. Question for the skinhead.
You're listening to Bob and Tom 24/7. Essential Morning Radio. This is Bob and Tom 24/7. 24/7. 24/7.
See that show.
Welcome back to the Bob and Tom Show. Christy Lee at the news desk.
Hello.
Pat Godwin on assignment. There's Josh Arnold. Hi there. He's at the I Hate Steven Singer sidekick chair. There's Ace Cosby.
There you.
There's Willie Griswold. Good morning. It has to stop someday, right?
What's that?
Ace being a part of our broadcast, it has to stop at some point.
I think he was just honoring the late Harry Belafonte.
Out of nowhere.
No, it wasn't out of nowhere, as Josh pointed
Christy
out.
just mentioned it
by saying day-o.
Christy just mentioned it off the air.
Yes.
What the...
Harry Belafonte
You understand how radio works, don't you, legend? When our mics are off, they can't hear us talk. You know that, right?
To tell him when the mic is on.
Son of a...
Thank you, Ace, for acknowledging the great Harry Belafonte.
Tom, and I have a philosophical question for everyone.
All right.
Okay.
I'll be the judge of that.
Let's say you're the uncle of baseball all-star, soon-to-be Hall of Famer, the Los Angeles Angels, Mike Trout.
Okay.
You're Mike's uncle.
Mm-hmm.
You got a baseball.
Mm-hmm.
That Mike, when he was in Little League, hit a home run.
Right.
Mm-hmm.
He signed it for his uncle, gave it to him, and now Mike is has in the middle of a magnificent Major League Baseball career with Los Angeles Angels. You got this ball he signed when he was a little leaguer.
I'd have it under glass in my office, be proud of it.
You wouldn't sell it?
No.
Huh. That's not what Uncle Kevin did.
Oh, what did he get for it?
Some parents have sons and daughters autograph sports memorabilia to make them feel like celebrities. Oh, Willie, come here. You were almost in that game. Sign this football for me.
That'd be if I was Mike Trout and I was a little kid. I'd do a little fish picture on there. Mike Trout with a little fish.
Mike Trout, the Angels superstar, center fielder, saw his Uncle Kevin cash in on Sunday. Kevin's signed Little League Baseball from his nephew went for $15,600 at Robert Edward Auctions on Sunday. $15,600, Tom.
Wow.
Kevin held on to the ball ever since Trout hit a home run during his Little League days in New Jersey. Kevin had Trout sign the ball after the game, and for 20 years, Kevin held on to it as a keepsake. But now that his nephew is one of the top players in baseball, Kevin decided it was time to cash in. The bids began at $2,500 for the ball. The price rose over 24 hours. 27 bids pushed the price up. And entering yesterday, Trout has a 303, 414, 587 slash line. He's a very good baseball player, is what I'm telling you. He's a 10-time All-Star, and he's the Angels franchise guy along with Shohei Ohtani.
I think the other question would be, now, does his uncle, the next time he sees his nephew, hand him a ball and say, sign this for me?
Well, see, that, yeah.
How do we know that Mike didn't totally approve this sale?
He may have.
He may have.
Yeah.
He may have, Josh.
Uncle Kev, why are you still hanging on to this? Sell it.
Yes.
He makes more money than that every at-bat. He's got one of the biggest contracts in the league. He can swing it.
I would have kept it until he died. It's worth more.
Maybe the guy needs the money.
Did you guys think I was serious?
Maybe Uncle Kevin, his home is a shopping cart. You don't know.
Yeah, we don't know.
If I were Kevin, I would have had Mike sign another ball, and then you make it a set. Then that thing goes for at least $50K.
Then and now?
Exactly.
Yeah.
Well, I would think that Uncle Kevin would have asked him to sign a ball from now, but maybe that would have gotten awkward.
Man, this makes me feel silly.
Why?
My niece played softball for a long time, and she gave me some baseball cards. I probably shouldn't have thrown them away. Could have sold them. Am I too subtle this morning?
I think you might.
Or is my delivery off?
It's the nieces and nephews because I know in your heart how much you cherish them. So I think
so
that's
you're trying to separate Joe, Josh? From...
Exactly. That was the issue for me because that's the one thing you don't really budge on. That's the one thing you won't go with comedically because you're a nice uncle.
It has to be really weird if you're one of these ball players. And you go to like a family reunion. Does the family know it's not cool to walk up with a jersey or a game?
No.
Well, apparently not.
No.
Apparently not.
I mean, the one when you're a kid, that's kind of fun and cool. But if you go to the family picnic and everyone knows that you're making $15,000 per at-bat.
Well, more than that, probably.
Yeah, it's got to be a weird hang, I would think.
Yeah, it's got to be a little odd.
Oh, can you grab that?
Hello, Bob and Tom Show.
Hey, Bob and Tom, it's Donnie Baker. Hang on. Give me that. I always got to wait till I'm on the phone to start acting a fool. If you keep it up, it's punishment. I'm going to make you go to school today.
He's showing his ass, Donnie.
He has to go to school.
Sorry about that, Chick. Sorry about that, man. And don't get your panties in a bunch, Christy.
Yeah?
On your weeks, you parent the way you want. On my weeks, you keep your trap shut.
You send that child to school.
Well, that ain't some catchy Dr. Phil stuff neither. I've seen it on TikTok.
All right.
But I thought I'd call in and let you guys know I bought a new car yesterday.
Oh, well, great.
Cool. What'd you get?
Well, new to me, I got it down at Louis Auto Lot and Tax Service. And ironically, I used my tax refund for the down payment. You guys know Louis, right?
No.
No.
Yeah, you do. He always got that dick dressed up like Statue of Liberties. He's always out front spinning the buy here, pay here sign.
Oh.
Louis the guy with the reverse mullet on them TV commercials. You've seen him. He looks like a dick from Puddle of Mud. You've seen him. Always wears Hey Dudes and claims his dad invented ibuprofen. Anyways, I had some issues with my credit, but luckily my mom Phyllis came through and co-signed for me.
Oh, very nice.
And we had to put her entire Beanie Baby collection up for collateral, though.
Oh.
Yeah.
Even the Princess Diana one. I swear to God.
Those are valuable, I'm sure.
Plus, off paper, she promised Louis a free lap dance a month until the LeBarons paid off.
Oh, you got a nice Chrysler. LeBaron.
Well, I hate haggling on cars. I always feel like I'm getting a short end of the dipstick. Hey, real quick, you guys are good at math. I'm going to ask you, is 27.5 a good APR?
Perfect.
Yeah, you can handle that.
I knew I was getting ripped off.
Yeah.
I thought 27.5 over 96 months was a pretty good deal for a car with just under 120,000 miles on it.
Yeah, it's a good deal.
God, I'm sorry. I got to run. Whoopi's got the hacksaw again. You better stay away from that Cadillac converter. I knew I shouldn't let my idiot cousin Lonnie ever babysit you. I got to go. Don't you touch it.
Thank you. Thank you, Donnie.
Okay, thanks to the Willie Griswold School of Mathematics, Mike Trout roughly makes $250,000 per regular season game.
Man.
$67,000 per at bat.
Oh, wow.
Wow.
Or $25,000 an inning.
Pretty cool.
Oh,
Cool.
Yeah.
yeah. It's what the market will bear. He's a baseball star.
Pisses me off.
You're only worth whatever someone will pay you.
That's right.
Christy, the money has to go somewhere. They make so much money
What
in the
about
MLB.
teachers? What about people who do good things in the world?
Have you ever seen a teacher hit a home run? As soon as a teacher hits a home run, I catch it with a beer, take a bite of my hot dog, I'll give you $1 million.
All right.
I didn't have any teachers that would have done very well in sports. What about you, Tom? Did you have anyone?
Oh, yeah.
Yeah, I did too. I had a couple really good athletes.
Yeah.
Men and women.
A couple of football coaches thought, I think.
But they weren't.
Yeah, no.
Yeah, our football coach was a really great guy, and we had a little trick we would do with him because he was also a great American, and I'm not kidding. But if you were bored during math, you'd go, Mr. Smith, did you ever use trigonometry while you were operating that gun aboard the ship? Oh, that was a good hour.
Get some good stories.
Some great stories. Mm-hmm. Yeah, and the answer is yes, you did.
Oh, really?
I still couldn't figure out trigonometry, but that was some good. Yeah, we had some great Americans that were teaching us, and some really good athletes.
Huh.
But yeah,
it's a different time.
One guy's daughter went to the Olympics. And,
is that right?
Yeah.
Oh, Jim Fleming, right?
Oh, wow.
It's not Jim Fleming.
Peggy
Peggy's
Fleming's
dad?
dad. Yeah.
Little Margaret.
No, Margaret Fleming.
No.
More sports coming up, including we're going to take a look at brine time. We're going to have a little brine time.
Victor Fleming.
Victor Hugo? What am I thinking of? Victor
That's the
Fleming?
most obscure reference of the day. Coming up, weird story involving mutilation of cows in Texas. Really crazy. We got Botox news and lots of robot stuff. This is the Bob and Tom Show.
Thanks for listening to the Bob and Tom Show this morning. Even though we're not too much to look at, you can also watch the show on our YouTube channel.
My name's Lindsay Potter. I'm the program director at Random Acts of Flowers, Indianapolis. Random Acts of Flowers is a nonprofit. We basically recycle flowers that have served their intended purpose, and we deliver them to patients in healthcare settings throughout central Indiana. Every bouquet that we send out costs about $10, so every $10 donation really puts flowers in the hands of a patient in Indianapolis. It's just something people aren't expecting, especially right now in today's healthcare setting where there's extreme isolation. They're usually expecting a doctor or nurse to walk in, but having someone from the community come in with something beautiful that's colorful and bright and smells good, and just saying, hey, we all got together and we wanted to let you know that you're not alone. Whenever we go to Riley, kids, you may not necessarily think, oh, they'll like flowers, but they do just because they are so attracted to the colors. We went into a room, delivered to a young girl who had been there for months. When people are in a hospital for that long, the flowers, the visitors sometimes dry up. So us being able to deliver it to her was great, and she loved it. It was the perfect thing at the perfect time for them that really gave them the lift that they needed.
Can I ask you something else about living alone?
Sure, yeah, sure. Unless, what do you want to move in? What's going on?
No, I'm just curious. Tom's looking forward to that day.
This interests me. Yeah, I have a lot of people hanging out of my house, but I enjoy that. Do you? You said you had a cat?
I do have a cat.
Do you have a dog?
I don't have a dog, and that was taken in the divorce. We had a part Rottweiler, part Doberman named. That was his name.
Good boy.
He's a good boy.
He is.
But I'm thinking about getting a dog.
Dogs are great.
Yeah, they are. And especially, I'll tell you, I'm interested in the Chihuahua only because the Chihuahua, I can learn a lot from a Chihuahua. I need empowerment lessons from a Chihuahua because a Chihuahua has this species amnesia. They have no idea of their relative size and the scope of reality. And I need that because you go over to someone's house that has a Chihuahua and right there, they're hey! just ready to go. You weigh 4 ounces. I could mail you in a priority package for $4.85, and you're gonna tear my ass up? Is that what's happening here? What I don't like about certain dog owners is that I don't mind talking to your animal, but don't include me in the conversation with the dog. That's my only problem. Is when you're talking to me, talk to me. Right. You know, oh, did you go up to Yosemite this summer? Oh, it's great. Yosemite's beautiful. Earl and I went up there last year. We got in a tent. It was great. It rained, and oh boy, Pepper didn't like that, did you, Pepper? No, you didn't. You wanted to get out of that tent, didn't you? You barred.
Tell Dwight how much you hated it.
That's right. Anyway, so there's nothing to do, but Earl and I just got it on the whole time, and that's all you can do. Pepper didn't like that, did you? No, you thought Daddy was hurting Mommy, didn't you, Pepper? Look at Pepper's face. You don't know what I'm saying, do you? Oh, he's cute.
Yeah.
Anyway, we did the Mexican cartwheel and a big wheel. And that was very nice.
Oh, yeah.
Isn't that right, Pepper?
Oh.
Don't bite me!
Dwight Slade is our guest.
Unprofessional.
Dean, I am so hungry. Oh, you want to go get some breakfast, Tom? I guess. Is there a place we can go that has flat-chested waitresses and really baggy clothing? I don't think so.
Think again, Dean. Guys, if you've been longing to have breakfast surrounded by flat-chested women in baggy clothing, then you'll want to visit the all-new breakfast restaurant, Pancake Hooters. At Pancake Hooters, you won't be bothered by waitresses who accidentally dip their large bosoms into your maple syrup or who break the yolk of your egg while bending over the table to pour your coffee. Pancake Hooters only hires women with prepubescent builds, so you won't be distracted by massive memories while trying to finish off your breakfast in time to get to work.
Wow, what a great breakfast.
Sure was, Tom. And I was able to eat my waffle while it was still warm because I wasn't busy staring at gargantuan tatas.
And you didn't slobber in your coffee either.
And guys, if you're in a real hurry, be sure and take advantage of our flat as a smorgasbord breakfast buffet. Why not try Pancake Hooters today? You'll see why our hardline policy with our waitress staff is, it's either 32A or the highway. Pancake Hooters.
Hi, this is comedian Rob Haney, and you're listening to Bob and Tom 24/7.
We're going to hook up with comedian Eddie Brill. Eddie is, among other things, friends with our friend Bill Sheff.
Oh, yeah. Eddie, good morning.
Good morning. Yes, I am friends with Bill Sheff. He's the guy who got me the gig at the Letterman show.
Oh, is that right? How many times have you booked yourself on the Letterman show?
I've done the show 8 times. I've booked myself 5.
Look, fellas, I looked everywhere, and the best comedian available is, hey, it's me!
Eddie Brill is our guest. Eddie, do you have a go-to joke when you get in front of one of these Letterman crowds for a warm-up and you think, okay, I'm going to pull out this one. This always is like a test joke. If this doesn't work, I'm done.
Sort of. There's this thing, and I don't know who sponsors you, but I'll tell you, it's a Disney joke.
Mm-hmm.
We're near Times Square, and New York Times Square has really changed over the years. So I will go to this joke about how it's weird that they got rid of the hookers and then they put the Disney store there, and then they're bigger whores than we had before. $50 for a sweatshirt, you're getting screwed. So that's always the.
I got thrown out of J.C. Penney the other day.
Really?
Yeah, fondling up the mannequins. You believe that? And that ain't my fault. Have you seen the mannequins in there? And they taunt you, too. They got the little short skirt on, the arm up, kind of waving you over. You know what I mean? Shoot. I tell you what, if you ask me, the little whore was asking for it. Bob and Tom, 24/7. Oh, yeah.
Welcome back to the Bob and Tom Show. Christy Lee at the news desk.
Yes, sir. Present.
There's Josh Arnold, the I Hate Steven Singer sidekick chair.
Hello.
There's Ace Cosby.
Hello.
He's here. There's Willie Griswold.
Hey, man.
I'm Chick McGee. And here's Tom Griswold.
You were talking about rather unusual thing. You were asking if anyone still had the nickname Whitey. And, of course, Whitey Bulger King. Yeah.
That sounds a little harsh when you
asked that
repeat
question.
it back to me.
And I remember Whitey Bulger, which reminded me of an interesting trivia fact. When they arrested Whitey Bulger, the alleged...
The things you think are interesting are interesting.
Right?
Very, very
fascinating.
Fascinating.
The Whitey Bulger story is very interesting.
I bet he had a toilet, too, and a shower. And
when they arrested him, he had a coupon to Bed Bath & Beyond.
Like every American.
That's right. See, Whitey was just like the rest of us in some ways. And it's my understanding that those Bed Bath & Beyond coupons, they may be over. Because
no, are
they still good for the?
Nope, they announced it a couple days ago that they're liquidating all the stores and their coupons are
they no good?
No good.
I'm not sure. But the point being, a Bed Bath & Beyond is going away, and it reminded me of something. This piece was our introduction to a great comedian named Augie Smith, and there is a reference in here to Bed Bath & Beyond. I'd like to feature. We had never met Augie. He walked in the room while we were on the air. And all I knew was
could
that
be in the running for the best first appearance ever on this show.
And all I knew was that he was from Montana, but I didn't know anything else. Yes. And sadly, this is what happened. And you still haven't known anything.
Augie Smith is our guest from Montana. Do you ride horses and stuff?
Oh yeah, I was a gunfighter when I was younger. We all were in Montana. I remember riding away and a small child yelling, "Come back, Og! Come back!" Oh yeah. But my destiny was out there.
Is that why you're wearing all black and stuff?
Oh yeah, I was a gunfighter. I wasn't always a gunfighter. My family owned the general store for a while, you know, and that wasn't the life for me.
Was your mom named Miss Kitty or something?
She was the school marm.
He found out.
Augie Smith.
He found out that you were from Billings, Montana, so naturally you ride.
What I'm talking about is freedom, people. Montana represents. You go to California, swear to God, it's illegal to smoke cigarettes in bars and taverns. And I say, I don't know, smoking is bad for you, but who's concerned about their health in a bar? What's the complaint on this one? Excuse me, Mr. Bartender Man, I am trying to get drunk so I can drive home and have unprotected sex with some chick I just met tonight, and this guy's blowing smoke in my face. You try that in Montana, they'll shoot you with their 6 guns. I believe that we should abolish all bar laws in America. I believe in America, the land of the free, there should be no laws in bars. And if you don't like living under no laws, then don't go to the bar. For example, I don't like Bed Bath & Beyond. I don't like what goes on at Bed Bath & Beyond. So you know what I do about it? That's right. I don't go there. Yeah. You know what I don't do about it? I don't picket Bed Bath & Beyond. I don't put Bed Bath & Beyond in an axis of evil with Kitchen Caboodle and the Baby Gap. I don't think that Bed Bath & Beyond should have to be 500 yards from elementary school. I just don't go to Bed Bath & Beyond.
I like Bed Bath & Beyond, Augie. I'm a divorce guy. I need them.
And I'm okay with you going there.
Thank you.
And I'm even okay with you smoking there. You know why? Because I don't go there. It doesn't affect me.
Augie Smith, in the early days, the gunfighter. Thank you very much, Aug. And farewell, I guess, to Bed Bath & Beyond.
Yeah, fond farewell. I was a fan. I would go and shop there. So it's not one of those things where, they're going away. I loved that place, but I actually never went. I would go.
Oh, I would go too, yeah.
I got my favorite towels of all time there.
Really?
You did?
Yeah, they don't make them anymore.
Oh, no.
They're the stretch towels.
Stretch towels?
Yeah, they had this. They were very absorbent, but they had this stretchy stuff in them, so you could come boing.
How about that?
What?
How fun.
I've been trying to find them ever
such
since.
A thing.
Are you still using those?
No, I've used them till they were
threadbare?
Threadbare, yes, sir.
Oh, boy.
We hardly knew ye.
Yes, indeed.
I think Bye Bye Baby is also affected in that.
You got me.
Yeah.
But we have to return to the sports desk with Mr. Chick McGee.
Well, that's right. It's brine time.
Brine time. Brine time, baby.
Brine time. Brine time. Woo!
Brine time.
Pickleball update. The mayor of an Illinois town and local chef are teaming up to challenge a pair of pickleball players who are trying to break a Guinness World Record. Dean, Matt, and Shannon Yeager are traveling the country playing picklers, including celebrities, local officials, and pickleball pros in an effort to set the Guinness World Record for the fastest time to play a game of pickleball in all 48 contiguous states.
Wow.
This is one of the whiter sports tours of all time.
Lake Zurich Mayor Tom Poynton and Masato Suzuki, chef and owner of DJ Bistro in Lake Zurich, will play Matt and Yeager as they travel through Illinois. The May 17th event will raise money for local charities.
Now, Christy, you've played pickleball.
Yes, I have.
They don't use a tennis ball.
No, they use like a wiffle ball.
Oh, they do?
They can't use tennis balls, Josh, because they're all on their walkers.
Yeah, it's kind of like a wiffle ball type of thing. And it's a little bigger than a tennis ball, so it's easier to hit.
I see.
And you use like ping pong paddle-size paddles.
Okay.
Isn't there a drink called a pickleball?
I don't know.
There's a pickleback.
Mm-hmm.
Oh, what's the pickleback?
It's you drink pickle juice after whiskey.
Yeah.
The electrolytes help with the hangover. Not bad.
Theoretically.
No, thanks.
Do you do it right? I mean, do you do like the shot of whiskey, then right away do the pickle juice?
Yeah, pickleback. The back is you drink it after you drink a shot.
Aren't you playing pickleball? Are you picking that up?
Yes.
Oh, cool.
Have you played yet?
No.
Oh.
We're just signing up.
Okay.
I have certain limitations, of course.
What, you can only hit with one arm or what?
I was talking because my right arm only goes up halfway.
Right.
The guy goes, no problem. Just switch. You can throw the racket back and forth.
All right. Not against the rules. or anything.
Oh, you can put it in your left
put the
hand.
paddle in the
Slow
other hand.
enough to be able to.
Yeah, so I've had my first.
It
meeting
is
with
slow.
Yeah.
It's not that slow. I mean, it can
But
be.
slow enough to be able to do that.
Forward to it.
The court's a little smaller than tennis.
We'll see how it goes. Is that our only world record today?
Yeah, that's it, dude. That's all you gave me.
Okay, I just thought that because yesterday we had like 6 of them.
I know. Maybe we should have a little forethought.
Was it yesterday our world record day?
I think it was.
I think it might. Yeah. As far as I know, 6 is the record.
Okay. What else
But this is not a record. They're going to attempt the record.
Right.
Ah.
Well, that's where we are. We are at the bottom of the barrel.
Chick, if you remember correctly, yesterday we did one where a person hoped to get the world record.
Yes.
Yeah. Do you hope to get a world record?
Now, let me
Josh?
tell you something. I don't want to be in the business of criticizing hope.
Right.
Certainly not. But I don't know if it has a place in the world record segment. But I have a feeling that if Tom says it has a place, it has a place. So
I just found a world record for you.
Well, hang on a second. Stupid world record.
Chick, were you asking for another world record?
No, not at all. It was special correspondent Tom Griswold. Tom.
David Rush.
No kidding. Really?
has reclaimed the Guinness World Record for the fastest time to transfer a 40-pound weight between the hands 100 times. He just did this with a 20-pounder a couple weeks ago, as I recall.
Oh, I was going to say, I know we did this before.
He did it with in 16.44 seconds, and the weight has to leave his hand each time. They've got cameras all over the place.
Yeah.
They got cameras all over the place.
He was able
I don't want to bore
it
you with it.
See, he used a barbell, whatever
Right.
you call it. He tried it with a 40-pound golden retriever, and it was very unsuccessful, but much funnier.
Did you just say? Did you just
quit
give me?
talking with your finger in your mouth?
You
That
just
is
give me-
driving me crazy.
He just gave us the Humphrey Bogart show.
Yeah.
All right.
So there you go. There's a legit world record. So thank you very much, Mr. David Rush. Got a new hairdo, by the way.
David did.
Yeah. He's
What do you
kinda
mean?
Growing it out looks a little bit. I kind of like it.
Really?
Yeah.
Isn't he pretty much
Tom and his hair.
70% bald?
No, he was kind of fading there on the top. He's kind of a comb over thing going. He's now David World Record Rush.
You don't think there's trouble on the home front?
No.
Is he tanning? Is he working out?
yeah.
He's growing his hair.
That's
I don't
right.
know.
Maybe he's got an agent. I don't know. But he's our world record guy. Coming up, we have nudity and the coronation of King Charles.
Uh-huh.
In the same story?
Yeah.
Yes.
Oh, my goodness.
Oh, yeah.
Well, Charles is not the one who's naked.
Okay.
We'll find out who is naked in just a couple of minutes. Anything else going on in the world of sports?
No, sir. That's it. NFL draft coming up tomorrow night. NBA playoffs kick in tonight with 4 games.
All righty. There we go.
All right. There you go.
Hey, Rocky, this is what you farted for.
Where we go, whatever you do, always be a good sport.
Thank you very much. Give me the teasers, Christy.
Well, Ben & Jerry's is in the news today, but not with ice cream, with marijuana, ladies and gentlemen.
Dope.
And we have, if you scroll on your phone while you're on the throne, well, we have news for you.
All right.
All right.
Do you do that, Josh?
Not very often anymore. Used to a lot. Yeah.
Yeah.
Then I went, why am I sitting in here? I have a recliner.
Oh.
I can get out of here.
Because you got to do work.
That was very funny, Christy, by the way. She said, no, I use an iPad.
Right now, I want to mention Mother's Day is just around the corner.
May 14th.
That's where our friend Steven Singer comes in at Steven Singer Jewelers, because you got to find out about what Steven has going, which, of course, is, among other things, earrings, bracelets, necklaces, things that mothers will love, and, of course, the newest rose. Not just any rose. It's not going to die because it's dipped in 24-karat gold and then treated with a special coating. In fact, we have one of them over there. This is the newest one. It's the first in the Neon series. This little gem right there, there it is. I can see it. This will last forever. That's what makes it different than the dozen roses you might be getting for your mom. This is the new collection, the neon color roses. This is called Neon Green, 24-karat gold-dipped rose, and it comes in a beautiful, beautiful box and ships for free with a great card from you. So, did I mention the lifetime guarantee? That's on all the stuff you're going to get at Steven Singer Jewelers. You find them, of course, at IHateStevenSinger.com. That's IHateStevenSinger.com. Think of all those moms in your life. And by the way, you can get this done right now, and it'll ship today. That's the beauty of this. If you get it in before about 2 o'clock Eastern time, it's out the door today. And again, in a beautiful, beautiful box that is going to be very impressive for moms. Think about all those moms you've got. Your sister's a mom, she's a mom, your partner's a mom. Get them something nice from Steven Singer Jewelers. IHateStevenSinger.com. Coming up, we have a lot of weird robot news, including robots and beer and robots and intimate human relations. And a couple super creepy stories, including lengthening your legs with surgery, humans, and gutting cows in the field in a weird ritualistic way, apparently. This is the Bob and Tom Show.
Bob and Tom, well-meaning, but...
yeah, they're all messed up.
More than slightly confused.
So glad you could join us here on a Wednesday. It's April...
I'm not a stripper person. I don't go to strip clubs. No, I don't. I just...
I know. They come to you, right?
Well, kind of. So how I'm dating a stripper, I don't understand how that happened. And what happened was I met her outside of the situation. She's getting a little older to be that. And she said she was a writer. I met her at a social event. She goes, I'm a writer. And I'm like, well, that's interesting. What do you write about? She goes, well, I write about sex work, being a dominatrix, and stripping. And I'm like, why do you write about that? She goes, well, that's what I do.
Oh.
So somehow or another, I just held on to writer. And
fascinating writer.
Yeah, fascinating writer. In case your mother's still alive and you have to tell her. See, right.
Writer.
So now I'm dating a woman who who does dominatrix work. She spanks men and says, that whole thing. And I'm not into that. That's not my bag.
Right.
I just like...
It's not my scene, baby.
It's not my scene.
No.
But I know that if I'm dating her, how am I not going to end up tied to a bed eventually? How am I
know
gonna,
that.
Right, because I'm like, well, this is what you do. Let's give it a try.
I picture you tied to a ceiling fan and her saying goodbye.
Well, hold on, I'm writing that down. No, but here's what I could see. I go tied to ceiling fan.
Give her a good idea.
Yeah. Well, here's what I know. What'll happen is I'll end up tied to the bed. I'll be like, oh, no, I don't think I'm good with this. And she's gonna be holding a ball gag, saying the safe word is marry me.
Marry me. Mark Merritt is our guest.
benefit concerts, but help organize and raise support for them. He worked closely with his friend and generational peer, the Reverend Martin Luther King Jr. Belafonte died Tuesday of a congestive heart failure at his New York home. And that's your news. I'm Christy Lee. More of the Bob and Tom Show coming up.
Ladies and gentlemen, Bob and Tom.
This'll help.
Here he is with his joke of the day.
I'm here to teach you, Chick.
Uh-huh.
What happens to nitrogen when the sun comes up?
I don't know.
It becomes daydrogen.
That was Ace Cosby's joke of the day.
Bob and Tom in the morning and highlights all day long.
The Bob and Tom Show, weekday mornings at 6 a.m. Eastern on Bob and Tom 24/7.
Good morning, sunshine.
Bob and Tom 24/7, 24/7, 24/7.
You know, when Esther and I had a big family, we hardly had any time for ourselves, you know. If I could ever just get through the newspaper one time without the kids interrupting, it was a miracle. They always wanted to go somewhere and do something. Well, of course, they're all grown up now, and Esther's dead. I just wish they'd call, just every now and then, just pick up the phone and say, "Hi, Granddad. How are you?" Well, they never call anymore. In fact, they never come by. I just like to see my little daughter, Lucy. Sometimes she just brings her kids over. And Tommy, my son, he never comes over. Heck, I'm just sitting here all alone, waiting for the phone to ring. The mail never comes. I never get any mail. Nobody ever calls me. It's just a terrible thing. That's the way it is, I guess. I'll just keep watching these old soap operas and hope that things get better.
The telephone. When it rings, answer it.
Hi, this is Bob and Tom 24/7. My name is Jim Gaffigan. I have to go and, well, I just had a so you know where I'm going.
All of your listeners saw them. You couldn't miss them. Of course, I'm talking about the Des Moines septuplets.
Oh, yeah.
And I know I can't be the only person that was secretly thinking, geez, I hope these kids don't get their mother's teeth. Whoa! She's got a smile like Count Chocula. Tom, she could chew through coaxial cable. Take her 4 hours to eat an ear of corn, I'm telling you. And believe me, Bob, I am delighted people donated baby food and diapers. I'm just hoping a dentist steps up to the plate. We're going to take fertility drugs.
My God.
And we're going to keep all 7 because it's God's will. Bull crap. God's will was for you to have 0. You screwed it up.
The man in the studio with us is comedian Greg Hahn. You ever driven in a Corvette? What do you
I'm a little bit tall for the vet.
Are you really?
It's a big car.
Yeah.
Put the seat back.
There's an idea. Yeah.
How tall are you?
I'm 6'4". Yeah. I got a huge SUV. I just look at the rear view thinking I got to get some friends. Rows and rows of seats, nobody in them. I just go from gas station to gas station.
Hey, want to ride?
Yeah.
Tell them about your 3-point plan for success, Greg.
What is that? Where I bought the car is too expensive?
Right.
My house is too expensive?
Right.
Knock up a fat girl. How about it?
Yes, sir. Mr.
Check me out.
Success. That's Greg Hahn.
Hey, guy, it's King Tarmac. This is Bob and Tom.
Welcome back to the Bob and Tom Show. Christy Lee at the news desk.
Hello.
There's Josh Arnold, the I Hate Steven Singer's sidekick chair.
Hi there.
There's Ace Cosby.
Buddy.
There's Willie Griswold.
Good morning, man.
I'm Chick McGee, and Tom left before the commercials and told me you need to cover for me. I've got some tummy trouble. And he comes out of the bathroom with his
Shirt off?
carrying his shirt like he just run a marathon.
I showed everybody who's boss in there.
All right. Well, it's about time. We've got an email just for you, Tom.
Okay, thanks.
Let me see. Tom, as a child, this is from Adam. They've sent me, it says, my little baby cousin went out for Halloween this past season. What would that be? 2022. And he dressed up as a smoke detector. And naturally
that's great.
Caused that to think of you and when you were a child, what you would have dressed up as at Halloween.
That's cool. It had functioning lights and everything.
But when Tom and I were kids, there were no such thing as smoke detectors. No, there was smoking in bed. There was.
Well, we've been talking about that sort of thing. A friend of mine has a new house. I'm giving him some tips.
Oh my Lord, that poor man.
Never been a homeowner before.
Don't you have a printout you give people when they move into a new house?
Yeah,
oh yeah.
They have a file.
It's just got things you got to do, things you want to check off. Make sure you learn. They found out his electric box was improperly marked.
What do you mean improperly marked?
Well, it's important to know that this particular switch turns off the plug, say, in the kitchen.
Sure.
You know, nobody ever does that in a great way. Like they never type that little.
Yeah.
It's all scrawled on there, and someone passing out, they're trying to write something at the
But it's
last
important to
minute.
have the right one. So if you're about to stick your hand down the garbage disposal to fix it, by the way, unplug it if you're going to do that.
That's not you go down to the box, and then you have someone up in the house
with the phone.
Is that it? Is that it? No, not the phone.
That's what I'd have to. I don't have mine's not marked
Yours
at all.
isn't marked at all?
No.
You
But the guys who replaced it, they didn't mark it.
Got to get that done.
Really?
I'm not too worried about it.
Okay.
They're not. You need to call them and tell them they're not
want
done.
an open or closed casket.
Now, what would ever happen to me?
Oh, you got electrocuted.
You got it. I'm with Tom really on this one. You should know what all of your fuses go to.
Really
That's
not
a
worried.
good point. Why
Josh?
don't they print that out?
Josh, you really should know.
You really should. Mama's talking to you here.
Do you know how to turn off your water?
Yeah.
Okay, just asking. Do you have a smoke detector?
Many.
Okay, very good. Very good. Very
Do you have a fire extinguisher?
No.
Okay.
Because I'm not going to set a fire in my
There
kitchen.
you go.
Maybe that kid in the neighborhood. Okay, I'm sorry.
Oh, yeah. Do you have an update on that? Has your kid been back?
I haven't seen him in the backyard since.
Okay.
Maybe his parents listen and talk to him.
I'm sorry. It's time to move forward with Christy Lee at the news desk.
Are they calling you the jerk neighbor yet who's on the radio? Do they call you that?
I don't know what they call me, but I do think I'm maybe a black sheep in the neighborhood because I'm just a single guy. The rest are like families and couples and stuff.
I didn't know anybody in my neighborhood knew who I was until the pandemic, and we were a couple months in, and they left a note in my mailbox that said, "Thanks for going into work and making me laugh."
Really?
Oh, that is very nice. Yeah.
I keep that note on my refrigerator.
Which neighbor was it? Do you know?
I don't know and don't care. That's as far as
You don't speak to them.
That's as
Don't be
far as
ridiculous.
my
I do
neighbor-
speak to they're cool.
As
my
far
neighbors
as my
are cool.
neighbor interaction goes.
Oh, I love my neighbors.
Do you think any of the kids have a name for you, Josh? Like Old Man Arnold? Or
So, I mean, some like me because they live, like one lives right next door, Caden. He's a good
You know
kid.
what you need to do? You need to go out front when it gets really hot. No shirt. And just one of those barbecue aprons that when you lift it up, it has has a fake dong. Okay. Follow me now. Go out on your front porch and wipe your brow. The dong. Whoo, sure is. It's a hot one, isn't it? Woo!
I see Josh as more of a rocking chair whittler. You've got a little block of wood, and who knows what's inside of that.
You're close. Rocking chair reader. I'm out on my porch. Yeah.
You have a rocking chair?
Yeah, I have 2 on my porch.
2? Nice.
Yeah.
Well,
like the Cracker Barrel ones?
They are not wood. They're like metal or whatever.
Oh, okay.
Yeah. But yeah, they rock, and I've got my little table there, and I say hi to the people walking by, and get back to my book. Sometimes
the windowless van parked in the driveway.
That's right.
With candy for the kids.
Well, you have to have the candy bowl sort of visible so that they want to check it
Little
out.
sign saying "Come meet the puppy," stuff like that. I'm sorry, Christy Lee is at the. What have we missed, Christy?
Well, speaking of Chick's little idea about being kind of nude on your front porch.
Oh, yeah, here we go.
An elderly nudist is planning to celebrate Coronation Day.
No doubt the worst category of nudist.
Yeah, by exhibiting his own jewels. The 86-year-old nudist, Stuart Haywood, said King Charles.
I knew it.
There are only some of us in the know, and that's hilarious.
I knew it. I knew it. I knew it. If you'd have said, which one of your friends is a closet nudist? There it is.
Mr. Stuart Hayward said King Charles III's coronation day on May 6th falls on World Naked Gardening Day. We've had that story here before.
Particularly out of the UK as well.
Exactly, and
Yeah.
he says he will be observing both.
Okay.
He told Staffordshire Live, while the royal couple are exhibiting the royal jewels, their subjects can exhibit their family jewels. I will be watching it naked. I have dusted down mine in readiness. Particular emphasis has been put on displaying my orbs to perfection, and my scepter is looking good.
How about that?
The octogenarian.
This guy's not a perv.
Are his orbs some sort of decorative royal thing, or is that what he calls his old balls?
Yeah.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
It's the old sack.
Yeah, the octogenarian added, quote, I have only to give nooks and crannies a final polish, and I'll be ready for the day.
His butt.
Yeah, this is the. This is the uncle you have to say to your kids. Call before you go over to Uncle Crazy's house. We want to make sure that Mr. Haywood is dressed when you get there.
Yeah.
There's a picture of him in this article standing there completely naked. They block it out.
Well,
and they
You can find it.
Boy,
they gracefully make the block huge.
I was going to say about the low hangers.
Yeah, it covers, it practically goes down to his knees. I don't know if that's necessary, but
is it some sort of like digital blur or
no? It's one of those old-fashioned just chunks of black.
Man, I wish they would have had some fun, like put him in his garden, have an eggplant covering his manhood. That would have been a good time.
He's in the garden in this photograph.
That forced perspective thing.
Well, that's nice. Mr. Stuart Haywood.
Okay.
Who would have thought?
I don't think gardening naked is a good idea. There's a lot that could go wrong.
Godwin's got a whole song about it, Pat.
Yeah, that's right. I mean, think about rose bushes and bugs.
Do you still wear like knee pads to protect?
I would hope. When you're kneeling down, cleaning out the weeds and stuff. Ugh.
You could get like weed killer up in there.
Yeah. No. That would be awful.
Weed killer up in there.
You've been trimming that? No. Just the pesticides.
Roundup.
Literally. Up inside.
Scientists are also warning you should probably not get garden naked, but they should that you should stop bringing your phone into the bathroom with you, especially if it joins you at the dinner table. Dr. Primrose Freestone is a senior lecturer in clinical microbiology.
To anybody whose first name is Primrose.
Too silly. Way too silly.
I say Prim. Hello.
She says that several studies have shown that phones can be contaminated with many different kinds of potentially pathogenic bacteria, including
poop,
diarrhea-inducing E. coli, right, Josh? Tuberculosis and diphtheria causing actinobacteria and enterococcus, which is known to cause meningitis. Viruses can also...
Enterococcus, wasn't that a Metallica album?
Enterococcus in your
She notes viruses can also live on your phone's hard plastic surface for up to a week. Dr. Freestone wrote that phones need to be sanitized regularly with wipes or sprays that contain at least 70% alcohol.
She's the one they call Dr. Freestone.
To prevent spreading microbes.
Didn't they do a thing at some American mall where 98% of the phones they examined had E. coli on them?
I have no doubt.
Yeah, I could dig that. I remember that story, but
shake.
I admit I'm in there with the phone. You got to play.
You
with
are?
it.
You are?
You're very quick. You're in and out.
Well, I try to do Wordle very quickly.
Oh, okay. Is it still called Wordle?
No, it's called Turtle. Turtle. It's a slightly different, more scatological version.
Yeah, sure.
It's only 2 letters. Funny enough. No. Yeah, I've been. If I'm in there long, it means I'm probably stuck in a crossword.
Oh, okay.
I like to get in and out. But,
yeah. But, I've become an in and outer.
Yeah, that's what happens in radio.
What, in and outers?
Is that it?
You got a very limited time here.
I kind of went, why am I lingering in here? What the hell?
Did you take a book in there?
Not anymore. There was a time, though, yeah.
Take some time. Spend some time.
Scare your friends. Put in, like, Moby Dick. Something pretty...
What is this, a Mitchner? Good God. Man.
Centennial. Oh, boy.
And I courtesy flush alone at home now, too.
So do I.
Yeah.
As soon as anything make contact with the water, flush.
It's great.
Yep, no smell. It's nice.
Yeah.
Well, you have the bidet thing, right?
I do, yeah.
You had the aftermarket bidet put in?
Yeah. Yep. Mm-hmm. It's great. That thing's awesome.
So do you do a spray midway?
I don't do a midway spray unless there's some sort of surprise.
Oh, my gosh. Why are we talking about this?
You know what? Like sometimes you go, whoa, there was a second act.
Do you ever hold your phone down there to just give it a quick spritz?
Well, yeah, you got to clean it. The story says they're dirty. You got to clean it in there.
No, not fair.
Well, there's something about, you see, you read this story, Christy, and I'm reaching for my box of this cleaning wipes.
Christy one year also got us those phone soaps, and I use the hell out of that. It's that
phone sanitizer?
Yeah, you put it in there, and the UV light kills it all.
Yeah, there you go, Tom.
I love that thing.
It's in a very nice box in my office. I've been meaning to get that out.
Yeah, definitely. You'll like it, man. It's easy.
Does it really work? I feel like all that stuff is some scam.
There are studies that show that it works.
Huh.
Did you know they used that at a restaurant? It was one of my favorite restaurants when I lived in Korea. I was a teacher there for a little while.
Oh, really?
Yes, and they had community cups. There were these metal cups that if you wanted water or whatever, you used, but they kept them in one of those UV fridges.
Oh, yeah.
So you would just reach in, grab one of those cups, and then fill it up with at a water tank, and then drink.
Did they also?
And there were only like 12 of them.
Did they conventionally, in the conventional manner, wash them?
I don't know, but in my head I was like, I sure hope this thing works.
Yeah. Well, so the answer is clean your phone, ladies and gentlemen.
Well, that makes sense.
Most of us are never without them.
Plus, the dropping the phone in the toilet risk is there too. I mean,
Right.
why? That's not worth it.
I'm just checking Twitter. I'm not juggling while I sit on the toilet.
And how could I possibly be on my phone when my dogs are sitting at my feet anyway, wanting me to pet them?
If those who have dropped a phone into a toilet midstream of anything, raise your hand.
Tom's got his hand raised.
I'm the only one.
Never happened.
Never.
Yeah, I was standing up, doing what you do standing up, and I had it
you did.
in my kind of crooked in my shoulder.
Oh,
Yeah.
okay, yeah.
That
And I
never
slipped.
works. Yeah,
boy.
don't put it on speaker. That'd be stupid. Lay it on the counter and then talk. Yeah.
Willie, you happen to mention you didn't drop a phone.
Oh, I dropped a vape into a toilet. And you got to let that one go.
Yeah.
It's just R.I.P.
Did you try flushing it, or did you just leave it in there?
I think I grabbed it immediately. It was kind of that thing where as soon as I dropped it in, I was like, 2 seconds, 3. Okay, grab it.
Oh, and then you
grabbed it, and then I just washed up. And you never feel cool when you do that. And also, you're like, I should probably kick this habit.
Are there people that believe the 3-second rule is real?
Oh, sure.
Something
I do.
So you drop something on the floor.
I'll eat it. 3 seconds. Sure.
What? Whose floor? Is it my kitchen floor that I cleaned on Monday?
My kitchen floor. I will.
No, any.
I would argue the food matters too.
Right. The food matters.
If it's a banana
and where I am.
slice.
You're a bum.
Yeah,
You're a hobo.
If it's pudding.
Okay.
No.
Yeah.
No,
It's only been
there 3 seconds.
How often am I ill?
Well,
Thank you.
Physically?
Yes.
Yeah.
Okay.
I mean, if you drop like a French dip and then you pick it up and you can see
French
that it's
dip?
been seasoned
Hang
with
on.
dog hair.
Yeah, I would never do
What's
that.
the last thing you ate off the floor?
I don't know.
Like a hot dog? Would you eat a hot dog? You dropped it?
Now, how about what if it's a lobster tail?
Yeah.
I mean, is there a
You rinse that off.
Is there a Venn diagram value of food?
Her answer was affirmative for eating a hot dog that had fallen on the floor.
Sure, why not?
Because your dogs walk on your floor. They've been licking other dogs' anuses.
Yes. You're a filthy person.
Probably healthier than any of you in this
Now,
room.
I'm trying to find this article. Is it the 5-second rule or the 3-second rule?
I've heard both.
It doesn't exist.
I've heard the 90
If food
second.
falls on the floor, it's a loss.
Really, no matter what it is, Chick?
No matter what it is.
Usually the dogs get it before you can anyway. So
What if it
doesn't
falls in
matter.
the grass? Is that better than a floor or worse?
As soon as it hits the ground,
okay,
it's trash.
What if What if it's like a Reese PC and it has a candy coated covering?
Oh, hang on a second. I didn't think about Reese Pieces.
That's safe, right? You just rub it off a little bit.
Sure.
Reese's Pieces.
You give it the.
Yeah.
And then you.
I got one.
Down
Yeah, Tom, because I have a question.
Stop
too.
raising your hand and just talk. Everybody's had it.
Chick, no, you won't eat anything that falls on the floor.
Yes, sir. That's right.
What if it were, say, I don't know, a Vicodin?
Whoa.
Those don't fall on the floor, Tom. You know. I don't drop my.
How about a restaurant table? You're eating something and something kind of falls. It slides off your plate onto the table. Let's say a tater tot. A tater tot. You drop it on.
You've seen the guy, the bus guy, grab the rag out of his ass pocket.
Right.
Give that sort of half-ass.
I have more problems with a restaurant table.
No kidding.
Yeah.
Than the floor.
Yes.
Not the restaurant floor.
Instead of
than my
people,
own floor.
Instead, where people are walking, you'd have more of a problem.
I know.
with
I'm not
the
saying. I'm not saying it's
restaurant
logical. I just do.
I would never eat off the restaurant floor. God.
What about the restaurant table?
No, I would
No. You'd rather have it fall on the floor.
No, at my house. So I know my house is clean.
You know,
I can't talk
Christy's
to
going to get
people.
home today.
We are
One of her
a bunch
dogs.
of idiots.
One of her dogs is going to be doing that butt scoot thing, right
Yeah,
in front of her
right in the
kitchen
kitchen.
island.
Well,
she goes,
fortunately-
"Oh dear God!"
Fortunately, they're hardwood floors, so they don't do up there.
You know what they say is if something falls in the sink,
That's
never
worse. Yeah.
eat it. They say that you could check your sink and your toilet. There will be more E. coli in your sink. Just based on things.
And usually more silverware in your sink. Ever go to somebody's house, they've got the good china and the silver in their toilet. You might want to leave.
Yeah. I don't think I'm going to eat here.
Yeah, I knew Haywood was weird, but this is insane. When we come back, we have a cool story from Ben and Jerry.
And an email for Tom.
In the pot business. A couple bizarre stories. One involving lengthening your legs to get taller for vanity purposes.
So your penis won't drag. Have you considered the surgery?
Well,
it's like getting a lifted truck with the big wheels.
You've heard of the place Locks for Love? There's an affiliated organization. Yeah. It's nice. Some patient gets a nice donger for the duration. When we come back, this is the Bob and Tom Show.
For a complete copy of the Bob and Tom Show contest rules, go to bobandtom.com/contest-rules, or just scroll down to the bottom of the page and see contest rules. This is the Bob and Tom Show.
I'm Donnie Baker, and I'm going to be a pro baseball player. I swear to God I am. A lot of people think you get in your mid-30s and your career's over, but like I always say, until they stop scouting, I ain't going to stop playing. The fact remains, I'm probably the best player I know of. My Little League coach held me back because his son had a decent curveball. There's a certain range I've got, but I basically put my hopes in this. I had a full-ride scholarship to play ball at the University of Phoenix, but I had Tommy John surgery on both knees, so can we stop now? I'm also a pitcher. I can pitch. I've got what they call a rubber arm. I can throw right-handed for days. I can throw left-handed for days. A lot of people, I'm basically amphibious. So I've told coaches before, put me on the mound. The secret to pitching for me is I like to check the runner when there's nobody on base. Throws a hitter off. I swear to God it does. This is third base. I've been there before, but usually it was after proms, man. But I probably know more about the scoring position than anybody I know of. Basically, my knowledge of the game, I've been taught in different ways, but I've also invented things. I like to get my lead at third base backwards. That way the pitcher thinks there's nobody even here. It's a lot easier to steal home, and with my martial arts expertise, I've been trained at Discount Karate to scissor kick the catcher, and I can even break his carotid artery if I had to. So there's no chance of a Pete Rose situation at home. I win it every time, especially if I got my Wolf shirt on.
To see the music star. Hawks rallied to beat the Boston Celtics 119-117 in Game 5 of their playoff matchup Tuesday night, sending the series back to Atlanta for Game 6. It means that State Farm Arena double booked for Thursday night. Live Nation says the casualty will be Jackson's concert, which will be postponed until Friday. Barbie has introduced its first doll representing a person with Down syndrome. Mattel worked with the National Down Syndrome Society to create the Barbie, which is part of the Toys Company 2023 Fashionistas line aimed at increasing diversity and inclusion. According to the Centers for Disease Control and Prevention, around 6,000 babies are born in the United States each year with Down syndrome. And that's a look at things you may have missed. More of the Bob and Tom Show coming up.
Hey man, it's Donnie Baker, and the fact remains there's nothing better than being a VIP. And I don't mean like his dudes on Pervert Rabbit Xanadu's. I'm talking about a Bob and Tom VIP. Best thing, you'll never miss another minute of the show. I swear to God, you can hear the show here in the morning, and then cause you're a Bob and Tom VIP, you'll get the podcast of the entire show, a 12-month library of podcasts, hundreds of Bob and Tom comedy tapes, and a 60-day video archive of the show. Bob and Tom VIP. You have to get it. It's state law.
Bob and Tom.
For your information, these are two of the worst kids I have ever encountered in my life, and I worked the state fair.
We were stupid before stupid was cool.
Hello. Bonjour. The perfect gift has arrived for the single man. The new cologne from the makers of Clintorius and Bon Air. Oh, no. France's most noted fashion designer, yours truly, Mr. Béchon of Paris, has developed an exciting and stimulating new scent for men.
Honey, come on. You've been in the bathroom for half an hour. What are you doing in there?
Just enjoying my masturbation.
Mr. Béchon, just slap a little on, repeatedly.
Oh, God. Thanks, I needed that.
When you use Mr. Béchon, she won't be able to keep her hands off of you. And neither will you.
Is that Mr. Béchon?
Yeah, I think that's the scientific name.
Mr. Béchon, why not jerk a bottle off your department store shelf today? Mr. Béchon, it's not a sin anymore.
Hey, don't say we didn't warn you. There's laughter ahead. This is Bob and Tom 24/7.
You said you used to be a teacher?
Yeah, I was a PE teacher.
Gym teacher.
Gym, yeah. And I don't know, I was telling you I about drinking. I like to drink and I'd like to teach. I don't know if that's right, but yeah, it was just so hot, man. And you had to stand outside in the heat all day. And when you drink and the kid thinks you smell like, liquor and I found that I just had to lie. You have to be a really good liar to teach school because parents come in there like you guys were talking about dodgeball. This woman, I kid you not, came into me for parent-teacher conference and goes, I don't understand why Bobby doesn't do better in dodgeball. And you got to be like, because Bobby doesn't apply himself, but you're thinking because Bobby throws like a little fruit. That's why. Look at his dad. It's not my fault, If you wanted an athlete, marry a guy who stands up straight with a straight wrist. I can't fix that, Just make sure he pays attention in art class because this ain't happening.
He has a great sense of color.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah. With us in the studio, comedian John Garrett. You have a straight job? I mean, like a normal day-to-day thing?
Yeah, I actually do. I'm actually a CPA, believe it or not. Yeah, and
that spells party.
Yeah, it does. Most people think CPAs are hysterical. Yeah. No, of course not. We're dorks, big dorks. But and honestly, on behalf of all accountants out there, I'd like to say that we don't all do taxes. Some of us prefer to embezzle. It's much more lucrative. I read recently Willie Nelson wrote a song called Whatever Happened to Peace on Earth as his little protest to the war in Iraq. And my immediate thought was, why does he care? It's not like it's his tax dollar being put to use. I mean, I think the U.S. government should write a song called Whatever Happened to Willie's 1040. There's a tax joke for the accountants. Woo!
Hello, this is comedian John Evans. Padoom, 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 and your...
The website.
Welcome back to the Bob and Tom Show. Christy Lee at the news desk.
Hello.
There's Josh Arnold at the I Hate Steven Singer sidekick chair.
Hi.
There's Ace Cosby.
Hey.
There's Willie Griswold.
Good morning.
I'm Chick McGee, and here's Tom Griswold.
We were talking about the scientific study about taking your smartphone into the toilet.
Not a good idea.
And then we got talking about the so-called 3-second rule. Sometimes it's the 5-second rule when you're cooking or whatever. You drop food on the floor. Do you eat it?
Depends on what it is.
Yes. If it's lobster,
no,
go for it.
Yes.
No, you don't eat it.
You don't rinse it off.
You become a human being.
Well,
you realize it's trash, and it goes in the trash.
How about this? Microbiologist Dr. Philip Tierno of New York University.
He's a hack.
Told Tech Insider, if you drop food on the floor, don't eat it. A lot of people do stupid stuff, he says, and they have the so-called 3-second rule. It's nonsense. Unless you religiously are sanitizing your floor, don't eat any food that touches it because it's teeming with viruses and bacteria.
What was that word? Teeming.
You know, your body needs to have things in it to fight other viruses and bacteria. So good and bad bacteria. It's good to have some bad bacteria.
Again, this guy is a professional microbiologist.
Yeah, okay.
She's a mother.
And my dad was a biologist as well.
Did he? Well,
yeah.
And look where he is today. So clearly the 5-second rule didn't work.
Oh.
I've seen you smoke, okay?
Play in the dirt and don't worry about germs. That's what Dad always said.
Well, that may be the case.
Play in the dirt.
Don't eat.
Yeah.
Don't eat a pizza if it falls face down.
Well, I'm not going to
if
eat
it falls cheese down on the floor with a dog.
Unfortunately,
No.
he would also say things like, if there's grass on the field. And other terrible.
Jeez.
Yeah, set yourself up for that one, didn't you? Okay, I'm so sorry. Christy Lee is at the Bob and Tom News Desk, somewhat regrettably.
Yeah.
This morning.
Yeah.
A couple quick things.
We all can't agree all the time. That'd be boring, right?
I am never ill, and you guys are always sick and stuff. And
That's not true at all.
Okay.
Chick, what was you just saying in the
My
hallway?
belly hurts. I can't believe it. I can't believe how bad my belly hurts. Right there in the hallway. Not 10 feet from this
Because you're
place.
eating trash.
You're eating trash off the floor, you bum, you hobo, you homeless prick.
What? That makes no sense.
I don't know. I'm on a roll with this fake anger. Come on.
He's having fun. Let's let him go.
Doctors are saying leg lengthening surgeries are becoming more popular
Well,
among
it's about time.
men
This is gross.
wanting to be taller.
Wait till you hear how they do this.
NBC News reports the $75,000 4-hour-long procedure involves cutting the thigh bones in each leg and inserting rods inside them.
Oh, yeah.
Over the next few months.
That doesn't sound painful at all.
Wait, it gets better. They're lengthened by up to 1 millimeter per day with an external remote control.
Nothing can go wrong now.
No.
Oh, Jesus Christ, that was for the garage. My legs are bending.
New bone grows over the rods, and then the rods are surgically removed.
Damn it, Margaret. Did you lengthen the left yesterday or the right? Just answer me.
Dr. Shahab Mahbunbian is a surgeon
Pfeffer Corporated.
Yeah, we're gonna make
at the Height Lengthening Institute in Burbank, California.
Wonder what they do.
The Height Lengthening Institute.
The Height Lengthening Institute
Now,
in
I will
Burbank,
say,
California.
Obviously, this is extremely appropriate for people that have maybe one leg significant.
Oh, sure.
Yes.
But to do it for vanity.
Right. Should be illegal in a way.
The Napoleon Complex Institute.
Yes, the Napoleonic complex.
That shouldn't be illegal. They should be able to do whatever they want, but my gosh.
Mahboubian said, I even have 60 to 65-year-old guys that have come to me to undergo the procedure because the short jokes just keep going on and they feel inferior.
Now, the leg shortening procedure, far less complicated.
Yeah, that physical therapy's a bitch.
Boy, that Dorf on golf was funny, wasn't it? Remember, Tim Conway looked like he had only short little legs. Man, that was funny.
I can understand not being able to take a joke, but just having such a bad sense of humor that you have to go to a doctor because of it?
Yeah.
What is wrong with you, man?
That's gotta be incredibly painful.
It has to be. The fact that it stretches a millimeter every day, like you're adjusting braces on your teeth.
So how does it say, because that's all the information I have questions. Is there a certain amount of inches you can grow? Is there a limit?
The guy that they interviewed for the story,
6 feet. Yeah.
He went.
You can double your height.
He went from 5'7" to 5'10". There's a picture of him next to the doctor. They blur his face out. He didn't want it, but yeah, he
went
gained
3 inches.
3 inches, and he just said he wanted to not feel out of place. And
something's going to happen. The body's not going to be able to adjust or something. I don't know. I'd have to hear about 1,000 successful of these before I.
Right.
Plus, I mean, you got to get all new pants.
Well, there's that. Yeah.
Unless you want to just wear shorts. I mean, what would your legs look all weird and stretchy?
I don't know. That's the thing. I don't know how the rest of the body.
Well,
adjusts.
I don't think your skin would have any problem stretching. 2 inches, I don't think.
Do you think this doctor? What was his name again, Christy?
Dr. Mubiani.
Something impossible.
Mubian.
Mabubian.
Mabubian.
Something impossible.
No, it's Dr.
Shahab Mahboubian.
You know, Dr. Mabubian, when he was training in plastic surgery, he couldn't have become an expert on breast implants.
Yeah, no, not Mabubian.
My boobies are huge.
Well done.
I don't know. This looks incredibly painful.
Oh, boy.
And this article goes on to talk about.
You know what? I've said some outrageous things in my life, and I'm going to add one.
What?
Every bar fight that I've ever been in or heard of was started by a short guy. There, I said it, and I'm not taking it back.
Yeah.
There's a thing. It's a thing.
It's a thing.
Yeah.
It's a thing.
Angry short guys, if they look around and they see a guy over 6 foot, 250, they want to pick a fight with you.
Yep.
This is really interesting.
I love short guys.
Well, Christy,
What?
That's really interesting. Research shows that there are economic benefits to being tall.
Of course.
A person 6 feet or over is predicted to earn significantly more over the lifetime than a person who is 5'5".
How?
That's ridiculous.
Well, they can't reach the teller window at the bank. Problem, I would think.
Because
the Fortune 500 list of the heights of CEOs a few years back found that 58% were taller than 6 feet, even though only 14% of American men were that tall.
I don't think that tells us anything.
No.
What is the average? Is it like 5'9", 5'10"?
Just says
average
that.
height?
I think taller people tend to do better. And then in the dating, there's a thing about the dating world also.
That I
Now,
believe.
I have girlfriends that will not date guys that are under 6 feet.
Don't want no short man.
Yeah.
It's 26% of shorter men were satisfied with their height. 87% of tall men were happy to be tall. I mean, who's not
I got to
happy
tell you, 5'7", 5'5" is about the limit for me. I don't want to go any higher than that. I don't want to.
What, for a lady?
Yeah, I don't care for that. It's too tall.
Really?
So Varushka walks in here and you go, turn
if
it
she
down.
can bench press me, I don't want to talk to her. Okay? I don't want to know about it.
You don't like a giantess?
So, Amazon, leave me alone.
Not a bench press. What about a leg press, chick? And you could kind of just lay in front of her, kind of sprawled out, staring at her.
That's sexy.
Yeah, she takes you on a little ride up and down.
Oh, a woman can play airplane with you? Yeah.
Too tall. Too tall.
Let me reiterate, in defense of this doctor.
How about you, Tom? You got a height limit in your love life? Height limit?
You've never really dated short people, have you? Nah.
Well, if I go like this and can't see them, they're out.
Oh, okay.
No,
I'm well aware.
In defense of this surgeon, they do a lot of really good work for people who have a significant shortness of one leg versus the other.
Yeah, that stuff's really good. Yeah.
This is just, it just seems a little weird.
Tom, does the article mention anything about how this could also affect arms? Or
it doesn't. I mean,
you would think it would almost be the same.
Wow.
Why do you want your arm longer?
Again, if for whatever reason somebody just had a shorter arm.
Do they warn people that if they lengthen their legs, their male member's going to look shorter?
They should. Yeah. Hey, look.
You don't want to get sued.
In contrast,
the guy comes back at you and goes, "Hey, look,
hey."
All right.
My Chippendales career has been ruined.
There's something going to be askew if you lengthen one part of your body.
Yes. The rest of the body's going to have to adjust in some way.
Yes.
All of a sudden, you're going to find out you have hip dysplasia or something because
you're walking like a 20-year-old golden retriever and you got trouble.
We are going to see the most unique stretch marks ever known to man. Because who gets stretch marks leg up going sideways? You never. No one's ever grown that way before.
And now, there's another article here. Wow, this is brutal.
Okay.
There are men who go through a not dissimilar procedure to have their circumcisions undone.
Yeah. They stretch the foreskin back over the head. Yeah,
exactly.
over the.
That's where that skin stretching. That's a lot less.
From my brief reading of this, it looks like it involves gravity and weights.
Sure.
Yeah.
How about that?
Hey, when it's breezy out there, it sounds like wind chimes. Oh, no, that's just Ralph's dick.
He's got the heavier ball bearings.
He's trying to get himself uncircumcised.
I had no idea this was going to be our last morning on the air.
That's his name.
Ralph.
Ralph's dick.
Okay. Ralph has dick.
Coming up, we have more plastic surgery news, this
Like
time
Philip
involving Botox.
When we come back, we have Botox news. By the way, you may be getting something that should be called Photox.
Yeah.
And if you're a short guy, don't go to a bar tonight and start a fight, okay?
This is the Bob and Tom Show.
Thanks for listening to the Bob and Tom Show this morning. The show is also out there for you on our YouTube channel. Watch and subscribe.
Google knows everything. It's incredible. You can wake up after a long night of drinking being like, Google, who is this girl in bed with me? Google will be like, do you mean who is this guy?
Don't you mean?
Oh no, Google, what did I do last night? Do you mean what didn't you do?
Yeah.
Wow. Yeah. I like technology is crazy. I like Amazon. I'm growing increasingly terrified of the robot takeover of Earth.
Amazon knows what you're going to get. Is that what you're talking about? Hey, you bought this CD. I'll bet you'd like this one.
Yeah, it's like even in the last Terminator, the robots couldn't read our minds. If you like Amazon.com, you may also enjoy being enslaved by robots. Yeah,
you're right though. It's like having robots.
Amazon does suggest stuff for you.
I like the spammers that use like they always use like a common name like Steve. Some generic subject like been a while. They try to pretend like it's someone or whatever. And I open it up. It's like, do you want free porn? Like, well, only a dear friend of mine would know how much I enjoy free porn. Click. My computer just explodes.
Thank you, Steve.
Go buy a new one. I email him back. I'm like, dear Steve, thanks so much for trying to send me a free porn. Damnedest thing, my computer exploded. Could you please resend?
Damnedest thing. Our guest in the studio is comedian Shane Moss.
I realized how addicted I was to internet porn recently. I broke my computer. I didn't have a computer for like 4 or 5 weeks. It was sent in, and this is one of the most pathetic things I've ever done in my life. I found myself one day satisfying to myself to the idea of having a working computer. It's like thinking about screen sizes and. That's hilarious.
Okay.
Wow.
My name's Lindsay Potter. I'm the program director at Random Acts of Flowers, Indianapolis. Random Acts of Flowers is a nonprofit. We basically recycle flowers that have served their intended purpose, and we deliver them to patients in healthcare settings throughout central Indiana. Every bouquet that we send out costs about $10, so every $10 donation really puts flowers in the hands of a patient in Indianapolis. It's just something people aren't expecting, especially right now in today's healthcare setting where there's extreme isolation. They're usually expecting a doctor or nurse to walk in, but having someone from the community come in with something beautiful that's colorful and bright and smells good, and just saying, hey, we all got together and we wanted to let you know that you're not alone. Whenever we go to Riley, kids, you may not necessarily think, oh, they'll like flowers, but they do just because they are so attracted to the colors. We went into a room delivered to a young girl who had been there for months. When people are in a hospital for that long, the flowers, the visitors sometimes dry up. So us being able to deliver to her was great, and she loved it. It was the perfect thing at the perfect time for them that really gave them the lift that they needed.
11th from 9 to 11. Free continental breakfast at 8:30. Seating will be limited, so please RSVP soon at helpneeded.info. Aspire to hire better. Helpneeded.info.
Bob and Tom 24/7.
Good morning, Bob and Tom Show.
Bonjour, Bob and Tom.
Oh, it's
Pepe Lescote.
Pepe Lescrotum. Good morning,
Hi,
Pepe.
Pepe.
Como allez-vous with you?
Oh, we're fine.
Hi, Pepe. I heard you were talking about my old job.
Your old job was?
Oui, collecting the non-urine.
Oh,
the
is that your
non-urine
job?
used in these fertility drugs.
Yes, it was a terrible, terrible job, and I'm glad I no longer do it.
Well, why was it so bad?
Well, you have to go around, collecting the urine. But I just wanted to call to tell you why they had to stop using it.
Why?
Well, it's a terrible, terrible thing. These babies, they were conceived and born with using the non-urine. When they came out, they would not cry when they were spanked.
They wouldn't?
No.
Why?
You had to wrap them across the hands with a ruler.
I see.
Hey, Chick McGee.
Yes, Pepe.
What are the only 3 words you need to know in French?
Oh, I know this one. That's right.
Thank you, Pepe Lescrotum.
Au revoir.
Morning laughter just might be the best medicine.
I can hear you, oh no. You're talking out your ass again.
Bob and Tom 24/7. Hey, don't say we didn't warn you.
I'm warning you, don't do that.
There's laughter ahead.
I should be having a better time if this is a party.
This is Bob and Tom 24/7.
Your place.
Welcome back to the Bob and Tom Show. Christy Lee at the news desk.
Well, hello, Chick.
Hello, there's Josh Arnold.
Hi there.
At the I Hate Steven Singer sidekick chair. There's Ace Cosby. Hey. My man. There's Willie Griswold.
Hey, man.
I'm Chick McGee, and here's Tom Griswold.
Thank you very much for joining us. We were talking about a unusual surgery that is being performed, apparently in some cases for the sake of vanity, to extend the legs. And the guy they interview in this article, he goes from being 5'7" to
5'10".
5'10". And again, it sounds pretty painful. They put rods in your legs and they electronically expand them or something. A millimeter a day.
Good Lord.
I got this. Hey, fellas, I had to have this done to save my leg. It was the most painful thing you could imagine.
I bet.
They put halo clamps on your leg. You adjust it every day, pulling the bones apart.
Oh!
And the new bones grow between. Ouch. Yikes.
You've seen people with those halo clamps that just circle with the screws.
God.
Man, oh, man.
And I'm sure they're totally valid reasons.
Of course.
To have a leg lengthened.
Of course.
But
the vanity thing's, rough.
Which actually leads to the world of Botox. And there's a big news story today out of Kentucky involving Botox.
Not just that, also filler. U.S. Customs agents in Kentucky have seized more than 700 fraudulent Botox and derma filler products. Officers at the Louisville Port of Entry were suspicious of the shipments of Botox imported without FDA-approved licenses, permits, authorizations, or prescriptions. Of the 150 parcels that were seized, 42 were determined to be bound for licensed individuals engaged in medical outpatient procedures, and they were fraudulent.
Turns out they were Fix-A-Flat.
Oh. Which fairly effective, but
remember? Do you remember the thing in Miami where the guy
they were using that in their butts, weren't they?
They were essentially putting Fix-A-Flat in the butts of these.
And penises too, right? For girthiness.
Yeah,
I thought so.
Yeah, there's a bunch of You don't want to go to a plastic surgeon that works out of the back of a hatchback in a warehouse. But they're concerned that some of this Botox was on its way to legit places. So. And the stuff they put in it's not Botox they put in your backside. That's Buttocks. I believe it's called the technical.
Botox in the buttocks.
Professional.
A Botox in the buttocks.
Don't want a crease on those cheeks. I want some Botox
in the buttocks.
Good morning, idiots.
Oh, hi.
This email begins.
Good timing.
Tom, Costco has stretchy, soft wrap, micro cotton stretch towels.
Nope.
What?
Similar to the Brookstone towels you like from Bed Bath & Beyond.
But you have to buy 80 of them.
I don't care. I love those towels, and I couldn't find
And
them.
he says you supposedly, quote, looked everywhere for. Jordan says, it took me 2 minutes on Google to find them. One of the many drawbacks of your so-called classical education.
Could be. Sorry, but thank you. Yeah. I haven't looked for years.
You like all white, correct?
Absolutely.
So you can bleach the heck out of them?
Oh, you're talking about towels.
Oh, my God.
I know it's a joke, but from your point of view, that's not very funny.
Okay, Jesus, calm down. Calm down, everybody. Yes, I like white towels.
Yeah.
Black underwear.
Okay.
No, you told us you don't wear black underwear.
I always wear. I've worn black underwear for forever.
That's not true. You wore gray for a while. Chick and I saw them. And they were boxer briefs.
That night of sexual heaven we had? You
Pulled
don't
your
remember.
pants down right here in front of us.
And you told me you wore boxer briefs because I took a look and tried them, and that's all I wear now.
Years ago. No.
All right. So the black jockeys, correct?
Yes, yeah, that's right. Or they're not. There's some other weird brand. I don't know. Yeah, I'll have to get those towels, thank you. Because we were talking about Bed Bath & Beyond going out, and they used to have these stretchy towels that I really loved.
Brookstone Super Stretch Bath Towel Collection.
How did
unavailable,
I not find this
yeah.
when I looked? Okay.
No, they were unavailable. They're unavailable in this particular.
Okay. Well, that's something just for me. I'll look for.
That's good to know.
In any event, if you're getting Botox, make sure that it's the real thing with all
Well,
this.
it's coming from a licensed physician and not from Malaysia or wherever the hell it was from.
42 of the parcels were headed for licensed medical places to be used. So
yeah,
you want to make sure you don't get, I guess we'll call it Photox. I think it's kind of being overused, I think.
It seems to be quite popular.
You ever see those fish-lipped aliens on Housewives of Beverly Hills? With the big lips, like they've been hit in the face with an oar.
That's just that.
Here come those fish-lipped.
That's what filler is used for.
Pardon me?
Filler is used for that.
Sorry, whatever it is. You ladies, you're fine. Don't worry about it.
Yeah. Be you. Yeah. Do you.
Yeah.
Unless you're ugly, then maybe fix it.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? There are ways.
People avert their gaze. You might want to.
Yeah. You're gagging. You're dry heaving.
Have you heard about the what's the merger of the tampon company? I forget what they're called with the vaginal rejuvenator.
I haven't. No.
A Botex.
Instead of Kotex, it's Botex.
Howdy, Botex.
Takes the wrinkles out. I'm not sure why you'd want to do that, but hey, come on, people are really getting vain out there. What else have you got over there, Christy Lee?
A new study shows that sexual arousal might increase a person's willingness, this pisses me off, to be intimate with a robot. Well, no joke. I don't think if you're not sexually aroused.
This study led by a 12-year-old. So wait a second.
Give me a robot, give me a peanut butter jar, whatever.
If you're super horny.
How ridiculous is that?
From the Mr. Obvious Institute.
No joke.
What did I do?
After viewing explicit pornographic videos, participants in the study said that they were more likely to have an intimate relationship with a robot. Well, no. Researchers found people were more likely to report being willing to have sex with a robot while experiencing higher levels of sexual arousal. The findings were published in the Journal of Sex Research. Compared to women, men reported higher levels of willingness in regard to having sex with robots.
Again, that seems
obvious. Yeah.
Fairly obvious. I don't know. That's just so weird to me.
Having sex with a robot?
Yeah. Are they meaning those weird dolls that look human and...
They call them living dolls? What are those things called?
Gigantic.
Living dolls.
Real dolls.
Real dolls.
And don't those things are they like temperature controlled and
oh, they got everything, man.
Yeah. Hey, baby, you got a fever tonight. Yeah, I said it for 102. It makes me hot. So, again, the theory behind this is if you're horny, you're more likely to
have sex with the robot.
Unnatural.
Yeah.
I put the Kegel setting on too high.
Oh, my God, it's crimped.
Well, no, I'm afraid of that chair at the mall.
And I don't get things could go wrong with a robot.
Like what?
Well, it's like how our printer jams. What if,
Yeah.
You know what?
Why does this thing have a shred mode?
I said it on Vag 7. What the hell is happening?
Man. Do you think people kiss their sex robots?
Yes.
You said that so quickly.
Yeah.
I bet they do.
But you would want it to kiss back, right?
That's probably
They probably
being worked on right now.
They probably have, those soft lips.
I just push the back of her head, and then it feels like Jane is right there with me.
I remember reading somewhere we were talking about that you can get different voices. Meaning, in other words, if you want her to talk.
Can you make her talk like my dead mother?
Oh, my.
Well,
so much for that
sorry that I introduced.
What else is happening in the news?
Sorry to bother you. My robot keeps talking like Snoop Dogg. I can't turn it off, and I kind of like it now.
Well, coming up, if you're not into a sex robot, how about a beer bot and a robot that can smell? All that's still coming up.
Who farted?
If you knew someone that had a sex robot. If you knew someone that had a sex robot, what a great gag that would be to, when they're not around, reprogram it. So, in the middle of a passionate moment, it starts talking like you. Hey, Dave, what you doing? Oh, my God, it's Tom.
You like that, you weirdo?
I'd like to nominate the Who Farted t-shirt as the funniest t-shirt ever made. Who Farted? Absolutely number one. Absolutely.
Perhaps we can play one of our tributes.
You know what else is number one?
What?
As far as home security systems go, the do-it-yourself, design it yourself. Simply Safe. That's right. Simply Safe, designed with cutting-edge technology and backed by 24/7 professional monitoring. It's got it all. And if you have an emergency, agents use Fast Protect technology only from Simply Safe to capture critical evidence and verify the threat is real, so you get priority police dispatch. Simply Safe 24/7 professional monitoring service costs under $1 a day, less than half the price of traditional home security systems. You can lock and unlock your doors, access your cameras, arm and disarm your system from anywhere. And CNET named Simply Safe the editor's choice for 2023. Customize your perfect system online, then when it arrives, you install it yourself. Customize in just a few minutes at simplysafetom.com, and you go today and claim a free indoor security camera plus 20% off your order with interactive monitoring. That's simplysafetom.com. Remember, there's no safe like Simply Safe.
Read the reviews. They are terrific. Simply Safe, easy to install, and you're going to feel a lot more comfortable and a lot safer. For example, Mr. McGee can look at his phone right now and see 11 different cameras, see what's happening at his place. Now, when we come back, we're going to examine the world of robots and a bizarre story coming out of Texas involving what may be ritualistic killings of animals. This sounds like a Stephen King thing. This is the Bob and Tom Show.
Hi, this is comedian Tim Cavanaugh, and you're listening to Bob and Tom 24/7.
Tim Cavanaugh was on with us Monday with an edition of Celebrity.
Hi, Tom here, along with comedian Ryan Singer, and we've been talking about Ryan's car, which has got, I believe, 298,000 miles on it. And this is a beautiful machine. It's obviously taken him all across the country many times. And Ryan would like to sell it, so I'm going to try to help him do that. I've not tried the car yet, but let's give it a quick review.
Let's check it out.
Now, what year is this?
99. The driver's side handle's broken off, so you either can go in through the back seat or
Wait a minute. I think I can get it.
You want me to open it?
Wait a minute. You have to open it from the inside, I think.
So, yeah.
But
as long as you have a friend with you most of the time,
no problem. I'm
have them open the door for you.
Kind of warm today here. Does this thing have AC?
Yeah, the AC works.
Nice.
And maybe I'll take that out so it's not beeping unless you want to crank it up. And there's a CB. I don't have it hooked up yet, but
you got a CB. Nice.
There's a CB radio. This you can see.
CB, the original social network.
You can see.
What's your CB handle again?
Monster Hunter.
Monster Hunter.
So forever in the same 3 to 5 mile radius at the exact same time. Maybe we'll chat on channel 19. Yeah.
Okay. Okay. This is a test. Monster Hunter testing the CB. I'm getting a lot of action right now. Well, does the CB come with the car?
CB comes with the car. Not a lot of drivers around chatting right now. That's the problem.
Freeway's only about 300 yards that way, I think there'd be quite a lot of action.
Yeah, they're probably it's probably slow day out there, you know.
Okay.
The radio does work, CD player, as you can see. Oh, that was a CD right there.
Nice. That's nice.
Little Captain Beefheart is in there right now.
Oh, wow, that's sophisticated.
Yeah, so it's got an auxiliary plug for an iPhone or an Android or something like that.
Did you install this radio? This is aftermarket?
Yeah, I installed the radio and the CB because the factory stopped working. Glove box opens and locks. There's a GPS. Hey, I'll even throw that GPS in there. It's a Garmin.
Nice.
Yeah, so...
Now, can we get a shot of the actual dashboard to see the mileage?
Oh, yeah, let's see what we're at. That's
297, 870 miles.
So by the end of next week after the tour, I'll be over 280, 298.
Wow, so this is about to approach 300,000 miles. Motor sounds great. And this is a 99. 99. This is a Camry
LE.
A Camry LE.
Four-cylinder.
Four-cylinder, four-door. Okay, well, let's continue the tour, shall we?
Okay.
Once again, we're taking a tour of this beautiful 99 Camry, 298,000 miles on it. Let's head back here. Nice, it's got the electric window thing to keep the ice off the back window.
Gas door. Nope.
Good looking trunk.
Yeah, trunk's got
a lot of trunk space in here.
Yeah. Oh, we don't need.
Oh, here. Jesus.
We don't need. Trunk's got lots of room. Lots of room. Everything that comes in the trunk comes with the car. That's the deal. It's up. Oh, that's a weird. It's a weird tick on the engine. Yeah, you need to turn that.
That's Ryan Singer's car. Now, if you'd like to make an offer on that, how does this work, Ryan?
They can reach me at my website, ryansingercomedy.com, or email ryansingercomedy@gmail.com. Make me an offer. I'll take the best offer I can get.
And this is for real. This car is for sale, and it comes with everything in it, except probably the chick you had locked in the trunk.
Yeah, or the luggage. The luggage in the trunk.
But it's still poop.
You can pick your morning radio show, but you can't wipe Bob and Tom on the couch.
You're listening to Bob and Tom 24/7.
Don't.
The Essential Morning Radio.
Don't.
This is Bob and Tom 24/7. 24/7. 24/7.
Welcome back to the Bob and Tom Show. Christy Lee at the news desk.
Hello.
There's Josh Arnold.
Hi there.
He's the I Hate Steven Singer sidekick chair. There's Ace Cosby. Hey. There's Willie Griswold.
Good morning, man.
I'm Chick McGee, and here's Tom Griswold.
Thank you very much, Chickster. Coming up, we'll be speaking with Alli Breen in a show we call Sexy Time, where we try to help you with your love life. We're just talking about the love life of people who are what's the word I'm looking for? Intimate with robots.
Yes, we were.
Based on some rather obvious study that when In the experiment, they found that when people had been aroused by watching pornography, they were more likely to want to have intimacy with a robot than not. I guess so. So, in other words, the conclusion is if you're more horny, you're more likely to do
a lot of things.
Yeah, a lot of things. I don't know.
Isn't that always been the debate? What's stronger, a hunger drive or sex drive, right?
Oh, really?
Isn't that? Yeah. There's some.
It may vary
bigger minds than I'm aware of the debate. I certainly can't take part, but
yeah. So we move on to another robot story, Christian.
Yeah, scientists have developed the so-called beer bot that could help speed up the brewing process. The beer-making mini robots are self-propelled magnetic packages of yeast that can make the fermentation phase go faster and cut out the need to filter the beverage. They're calling them beer bots.
Is that right?
Do we need that?
Beer bot.
I don't know. I'm not a beer brewer, so I don't know how that works.
Although it'd be cool because you could have the slogan, "This bot's for you." Yeah. they could have they could have their spokesperson robot. I think there's so many great beers out there and so many great brewers, so we really have to speed things up. Isn't that part of the beauty of the whole process?
Yeah, I thought it was like an art, a science, if you will.
I don't know enough about it. Boy, do I love the product, though.
Mm-hmm. I went to the Nevada Brewing Company. Is that correct?
Sierra Nevada?
Sierra Nevada. Yes, they have quite the process. It's pretty fascinating to watch them make beer.
Which reminds me,
if you're going somewhere to watch them make beer,
oh, honey,
get in the program.
They have a restaurant. They have a beautiful park area. They have
like
hiking.
to find out where it comes from.
It's great.
I'll see it. Because I want to make it, too.
I don't want to
Nice
have a
tour.
run out. I want to know where it comes from so I could go there in case they can't deliver it.
I have a stupid question.
Yeah?
Do any of the beers have a mascot? I guess Budweiser has the Clydesdales, but do any of them have like a...
Ham's, that bear who paddles the canoe
Okay,
or something.
I guess that would... But, do they have like a guy dressed up in a suit, goes to liquor stores for on Saturday afternoon to sign cans?
So.
I don't think so.
We were talking the other day about a beer called Stag because we were talking about Mr. Magoo. And at one point, Mr. Magoo did a commercial for Stag beer, received a lot of email. Stag beer is still available in parts of Illinois. And there are people who have so-called stag parties where they'll go out of their way to get a case of Stag in the can.
Mm-hmm.
So,
really?
Dos Equis had that gentleman who was the most interesting man in the world, and he would go to places and sign. And
that's because he was hot.
I assume that the same way they got rid of Joe Camel,
Yeah.
I would assume that liquor companies probably want to avoid something that the kids are going to like.
Nobody would have an argument saying, "Hey, that guy is marketing to children."
Yeah,
the Dos Equis dude.
That would be bad. Oh, look, it's the Transformer, Kegatron. he transforms into a playground set into a keg of beer. Come on, Dad, we can both have fun. Maybe that'd be inappropriate. So sorry.
We're not through with robots in the news.
Robots.
Researchers have developed a robot that can smell odors. Scientists were able to give a robot a sense of smell. A robot then uses the machine learning algorithm equipped with a library of smells to identify odors with a level of sensitivity 10,000 times higher than that of commonly used electronic devices.
I've always wondered if they had this. This would be great.
Well, you've always wondered about this.
Yeah, a machine that would smell, and so there would be. I mean, this is obviously for. I assume they're looking for explosives at airports and stuff.
Well, yeah, it could one day be used to identify explosives,
Arf,
drugs, diseases.
This man has cocaine.
But you could have it outside the men's room here, and there'd be like deep, deep, deep.
Do not enter.
Alert, alert.
This is going to put dogs out of business.
Ace had Ty last night.
Oh, my God.
Jennifer's flowing back.
Yikes.
Christy has a bladder infection.
HR might have a problem with that.
Willie got chlamydia again.
He might be a carrier.
This is really interesting. I mean, I wonder if does the smelling machine do a readout of what it's smelling?
If not,
what's the point?
what do you think it just tells you? What is that? What you're asking?
I mean, is it?
You want it quantified or something?
Yeah. I mean, what is the unit of stench, if you will?
Oh, I see.
There probably is one in the world of science. Is there a measure of terrible smells? Like there's the Scoville scale for say hot.
There must be an
sauce.
olfactory measurement. There must be.
Skunk would be here, and then.
Yeah.
Uncle Clarence's farts just above skunk. There's of course, it's because of the humidity. This is really, in the future, for example, could you have a machine in your house that would measure, say, natural gas?
Well, yeah, I think that's
odor-free.
That would be a perfect example of what this would be used for, maybe.
Okay, so that's serious.
Yes.
All right. I just think it'd be really cool if you had that. Remember that cheesy robot voice?
Danger, Will Robinson.
Have that one go, danger, severe fart from the old. Well, that does remind me of this.
There are other smells besides farts,
Yeah. Worse smells than farts.
Funnier?
Yeah.
Not.
Sure.
Funnier,
maybe not funnier.
Yeah, like napalm. Not all that funny.
Right.
Appealing to some.
What's a funny smell? Like cotton candy burning at the fair? That's kind of a funny smell.
Is it?
Mm-hmm. Kind of gets you in a wacky mood.
Worst smell, burned popcorn in a microwave.
Yeah,
that's a bad one.
I had to throw one out.
That's a bad one.
A microwave?
Yeah, it was at Sam's house. Someone.
You're a menace. So Sam comes home and all of a sudden, where the hell's the microwave? What the hell happened? Dad came over, he burned popcorn, he had to throw it away.
And,
What?
it
What
wasn't me. It was one of the helpers, and they instead of setting it for like whatever it's supposed to be 2 minutes, they set it for 20.
Oh.
It was brutal. And then that microwave was actually built in, so we had to, take off the combing and then find
Couldn't
one.
you just clean it?
It was too far gone.
Huh.
That's sort of been weaponized in the dorms. The rumor was if you thought you were going to get in trouble for pot because your room was stinky, you burn some popcorn in the microwave, pot smell gone.
Oh.
Wow.
Unfortunately,
It's
though,
fairly ingenious.
when you do that, though, it just smells like pot and burnt popcorn.
Oh, really? It didn't totally mask it?
No.
You know what? Would you blame me if I'm over here sitting thinking you were at Sam's house and you're looking around and you got a little bored and you thought, I wonder what would really complicate things around here. Now, that microwave's built in. I wonder what I can do with that. And then you purposely burn popcorn.
I didn't do it. No, the one that I did, but I didn't do it on purpose. The other time we had to replace it. I had a couple of...
the other time?
Yeah, we had a couple of enchiladas or whatever, and I popped them in there from Laha, Willie. Mm-hmm. And I didn't realize that inside the foam box... They'd wrapped it in foil.
You got to check that stuff.
Yeah.
Lesson learned.
No. See, but this is, you should teach a class.
You shouldn't be microwaving the phone box anyway.
Exactly.
That will
win friends and influence people. You can't, well, it certainly wasn't my fault. There should have been a warning on, there's aluminum foil. Do not place in microwave. You're
that
amazing.
Thing just lit up.
Here I was innocently microwaving styrofoam, and there was aluminum foil in it.
They should warn people about this.
Meanwhile, you're afraid of all the things in the world that are going to kill you, like Brinks trucks and the gas station truck filling up, but you're microwaving styrofoam and foil.
Yeah, look, you're talking to a guy who almost cut his thumb off moving a bunch of stuff on Sunday. See the bandage?
Yeah. How's that going? Is your skin growing back?
It's complicated.
Does that have a smell issue, by the way?
No.
Sam was at dinner with you the other night, and he said that your thumb has a smell issue.
No. The doctor said if this starts to smell, come back because it's infected.
Oh.
He gave me a bunch of shots. I'm fine. So, yeah, I just can't get it wet.
Tom's out with gangrene of the thumb.
I thought they were going to have to do a skin graft. It was a pretty bad cut. So if robots can smell, that leads us to this classic that features the Bob and Tom Band and Orchestra.
Allow me to introduce myself. I am Figaro Lapiu. Are you like me? Do you love to eat, but sometimes your food does not love you back? Oh my, that is quite unpleasant, is it not? Here at the Frigamall Industries, we have developed a pill that will take the stink out of... Of course, we cannot muffle the noise, but we can eliminate that embarrassing, eye-watering, wallpaper-peeling aroma. You will still hear but the aroma will be a designer fragrance chosen especially for you. We have country pine, potpourri, musk, and my personal favorite, sea breeze. Feel the mist on your face. We call this modern miracle pill flatulante.
Flatulante, go ahead and toot. Flatulante, the air you won't pollute. You're pulling your own finger cause you want to cut the cheese.
Now you're breaking wind so much your ass gives off a breeze. Flatulante, in the restaurant or in the bedroom?
Get under the covers, honey. I want to do a Dutch oven.
Oh, I hate that. Is that lemon?
No, it's Flatulante's new citrus celebration.
You're so romantic.
If you eat some tuna fish on a croissante and you start farting like a circus elephant, as your friends begin to sniff, they'll savor every whiff. They're grateful that you're using Flatulante.
Flatulante for your derriere. When you fart, it freshens up the air. So when you make a stinky, don't be worried that it reeks.
It's as if perfume is blasting out your cheeks.
Flatulante, a product of Frigamall Industries, Fort Lauderdale, Florida. Excuse me.
Thank you very much. A special hello to, I don't know if it's pronounced Evan or Yvonne, E-V-O-N, currently on a tour bus crossing into Belgium right now.
Wow.
Yvonne.
Yeah.
When have you ever heard the name Evan pronounced Yvonne?
This is from
this
Europe.
This is America, okay?
No, it's Belgium, and it's E-V-O-N.
Either way, if this is Yvonne, I can't even remember what you said. Yvonne?
Maybe it's hey,
Yvonne.
Thank you for
Yvonne likes his money.
He makes a lot, they say.
I love that
Spends
song.
his days counting.
Okay, sorry.
In a garage by the motorway.
Okay, there we go.
Boom, 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 boom.
And then
Alvantastic.
And there was the weird lyric, Jesus wants to go to Venus or something. He lost me there.
It's a great song.
That's a great song.
Yeah, okay. Well, thanks for listening. You see, this is amazing. With the Bob and Tom app, you can listen anywhere, even in Belgium. We certainly appreciate that. Coming up, it's going to be Sexy Time.
They're going to have what is it? Who is it?
Alli Breen and Sexy Time. What is it?
They're going to have to take my my computer away from me because I can't stop looking at what I found. Ladies and gentlemen, it's looks like woodchucks curling, and that's right. You heard me. There he is. Look, he's getting ready to go. There's a woodchuck.
That's a woodchuck. And
there he goes. He's curling. Wait a minute. Yep. Oh, hey. There we go. Look at this. The other woodchuck. Let me tell you something. If you're not watching woodchucks curling on Twitter, you're missing the boat. Okay?
Yeah, that was an old commercial, wasn't it?
God, that's hilarious.
You think that's a real thing?
It's an absolute real thing. They
it's like an old ad.
They trained these woodchuck. So you are really Chrissy should get married. You both could battle fun across America.
The Killjoy family.
The Killjoys.
That's hilarious.
That's a great.
It was sort of amusing 15 years ago when it was on TV.
Well, that makes it less funny today that it existed 15 years ago.
That's what I'm trying to tell you. Yeah.
Is that right?
Yeah.
Chick, I loved it.
Thank
you. Turned
you.
your computer.
You laughed out loud.
I loved it when it originally aired as well.
I thought it was a little Photoshop. And then what happened? It played a beautiful film that we all got to watch. Don't you like watching films with your friends?
Sure. So many reasons I don't like you. I'm looking right at you.
That's mean for Josh. Dear Bob and Tom Show, I went to Bed Bath & Beyond yesterday to use my gift card before they stopped accepting them.
Yeah. I think they already did.
He goes, I learned this from a tweet by Roy Wood Jr. What I hadn't considered was in the final days, the place was a zoo. Absolutely packed. It was like Christmas season line at checkout.
I bet.
The good news, I got a sweet salt and pepper grinder set.
Cool.
And a wood wick candle.
Very nice.
Awesome.
Tom, have you ever been to a store that
really going out of business and they're in the liquidating their inventory?
Yeah, I think so. I don't remember why. Where did you go?
Some stores in the 80s, but it was just weird to watch a store that was always full, but now the shelves are barren. And
Yeah.
The sales are never good. They're never good. Remember when Circuit City went out? And I went into Circuit City thinking I was going to get all these DVDs and stuff for cheap, and they were like, they did not lower the prices.
Wow.
Wait a minute. Is this like a story from like 15 years ago?
That was about 15 years ago. Yeah.
So much like.
But the difference is I didn't post it on the internet and act like it was new.
No, you broadcast it, and I didn't say it was new. I said I was enjoying it. You dick.
You had to pay full price.
Do you like this guy?
No,
I made this guy to cheer you up.
What is that guy?
Little smiley face paper ball.
What a dick.
That's nice.
Thank you very
like a
much.
frog.
That is freaky.
Froghead.
That's
My
what
name is Little Josh.
that's what the weird art kid makes, and he has a shrine of him in his desks, and he talks to him.
Josh throws stuff at me.
Well, you threw bad words at me.
Okay, ladies, can we move on here?
Grow up.
You got in trouble. I did.
Okay.
Put you both in timeout.
When I was growing up, now that you mentioned this going out of business thing, there was a furniture store.
Went out of business every 6 months?
Yeah.
I thought the place was
And by the way, after that story from Ace, after his, I think, God knows I love the joke of the day. I think we should have, every day we should have at least one story from Ace and just let him tell us a story and we just all sit back and listen. I absolutely insist on it. Or I walk, mister.
So I think he
now it's story time with
raises a good point. Why is it that the furniture store place would go out of business every 6 months?
I'm
is
with
that a
you.
scam?
I think it is a scam. Yeah.
Okay. All right. Well, but Bed Bath & Beyond apparently out of business for real, sadly. God, it's got to be rough to be an employee and get real enthusiastic.
Yeah, no kidding.
Right?
In fact, sometimes they fire their entire staff and they bring in temps.
Oh, do
just
they
for those
really?
closing events because they first off the theft is insane.
Oh, yeah. Are you kidding me? I'm stealing battery organizers till I leave.
Right?
baby.
Yeah, they typically do that.
They don't want the. Do you want your effing receipt, bitch?
Whoa.
Is Bye Bye Baby really involved? Because I literally Monday bought a gift card there and gave it to my neighbors.
Well, I think Bye Bye Baby's going to be online. I don't know how much of the closing of the actual stores are going to affect the online.
That's B-U-Y. Mm-hmm. The Bye Bye B-Y-E used to be. That's what Planned Parenthood was called. And they changed it.
I didn't know which way it was going, but I want the record to show I said, oh, God, as he was starting.
Yeah.
Okay.
Our producer's looking confused like Planned Parenthood doesn't do abortions. Is this news to you?
They do a lot of other good stuff, too, but yeah, they do that.
Well.
Can you, I'd like to request my special feature here on the Bob and Tom Show.
When can we do it? When we come back?
I think we should do it right now. This feature.
All right,
go ahead. Go ahead.
Where were we?
We'll come back.
Coming up, it's Sexy Time with Alli Breen. We'll certainly look forward to that. And a bizarre story could be out of a Stephen King novel involving what may be ritualistic slicing up of cows.
You don't watch Ancient Aliens.
Yeah, it's bizarre.
Wow.
Plus, Ben and Jerry's and the world of pot, marijuana coming up in the news today. Right now, I want to urge you to spend more time doing the things you like and not wasting your time in the grocery store. How about this? HelloFresh does the shopping for you. They do the measuring. They send you, let's just call it a kit. But it's more than that because it's, of course, all fresh ingredients. You are putting together a meal curated by expert chefs, over 40 to choose from every week, over 100 seasonal and convenience items to choose from each week. Quality ingredients picked at their peak freshness. And what's the key to HelloFresh? Well, you put it together, and they've got these new fast and furious options. I should say fast and fresh. You won't be furious, excuse me. The fast and fresh options ready in sometimes less than 10 minutes. So it's a great way to make great food. You'll clean your plate, so will the kids. It's great for date night, too, because you get to put it together, have some fun. It's a great way to teach the kids how to cook. Willie, what are you working on?
Check out the lemon tortelloni Palermo with roasted bell pepper and Parmesan. HelloFresh sends you 8 ingredients. Put those together in 6 easy steps. In just over an hour, you are enjoying this delicious, colorful pasta dish you made at home with help from HelloFresh.
Sign up today for a staggering 50% off. Plus, that first box from HelloFresh will ship for free if you use the code BTShow50 50, like Bob Tom Show. BT Show 50 in honor of the 50% off. The place to go, HelloFresh.com/BT Show 50. You'll need the code more than once, so remember it. BT Show 50, HelloFresh.com/BT Show 50. Coming up, Sexy Time, a really bizarre story out of Texas, and a moose. This is the Bob and Tom Show.
Got something to say? Send us an email, bobandtom@bobandtom.com. This is the Bob and Tom Show.
Now, when you first got out of the Marines, didn't you have to be an usher like at your sister's wedding or something? What was that story?
Right. When you come out of boot, first of all, let me just say I was engaged once. And the girl kept the ring.
Oh, no.
That was 2 hours of salary gone. All right. No. When you come out of boot camp, you're ready for anything. I mean, you know what I mean? Outstanding. That's the attitude. Outstanding. That's the Marine Corps. When I came out of boot camp, my sister got married. She had me seat the people at her wedding. They'd come walking up to me in front of the church like, oh, you must be Patricia's brother. Sit down. Shut your pie hole. I don't want to be your friend. 200 people showed up. I put them all in the same row. Tighten it up. We don't have all day. We are totally uncomfortable. Outstanding. Shut your cake hole or pie. What do you eat, cake or pie?
Oh, my God.
Comedian Greg Hunt.
Why can't we have single vows? How about some single vows?
Single vows?
I vow to be single?
How would
Just
that
some
work?
vows, you know. Do you promise to sit all by yourself in your quiet apartment with your frozen dinner and your stupid pet fish? Yeah! Never have a ride to or from the airport? Yeah! Sign me up! Parked in lot 88Z, schlepping your stuff.
But I want to clarify for Christy, because I know Christy's a big Catholic, and I grew up Catholic. I was an altar boy as a kid, and I think Jesus is a great role model, but I think he's kind of like the popular guy in high school where everyone says they're his friend, but he wouldn't name you as one of his best friends. Like if you asked him who his best friends were, he'd be like Gandhi, Martin Luther King Jr., Matt Damon. And you'd be like, what about Mike Birbiglia? He'd be like, I feel like I'd recognize his face if I saw him, but the name doesn't ring a bell. Jesus has a lot of Twitter followers.
He does.
Actually.
Absolutely.
Oh, God.
You know what? Let me tell you something. I'm gonna have a wedding agreement I'm putting together right now. I've been writing it over here. The girl's gonna have to sign this before I get married.
Okay.
Number one, at no time will your rear end be whiter than your shoulders. Okay. Number two, your eyebrows will number 2. Normal size, not super skinny or painted on, thus reflecting mental illness.
It's all making good sense so far.
So far, keep going,
We will have a dog for me to play with and for you to care for. Same with children.
By the way, Greg is serious about that. We have had that conversation where you don't say that in joke form.
No.
You don't do your rah, rah version where you've said to me, I want a girl to marry who we can get a dog and she'll take care of the dog when I go on the road. And that's one of your prerequisites.
And pick me up at the airport in your SUV.
You've had this conversation.
Why limit it to an SUV? Why not a limo?
Because you want to drive it.
Limo's a good idea, Bob. Good idea. I like limos.
We are inviting business owners and human resource professionals to a free seminar. In just 2 hours, you'll quickly learn that the traditional ways of employee recruiting and retention just don't work anymore. You'll discover the new and better ways to hire, as well as improving your online exposure, cutting down on employee turnover, raising staff morale, and increasing your profitability. This free seminar is taking place at the Sheraton Hotel, Keystone at the Crossing, Thursday morning, May 11th from 9 to 11. Free continental breakfast at 8:30. Seating will be limited, so please RSVP soon at helpneeded.info. Aspire to hire better. Helpneeded.info.
This is Bob and Tom 24/7.
Hello, Americans. It's that time of year again. You received your tax forms in the mail, and now it's time to settle up with the IRS. When it comes to tax preparation, well, listen to this.
Honey, we got our tax forms.
Are you going to try to do it yourself again this year?
I don't know. It's such a pain in the butt.
Taxes can be a pain in the butt. That's why you should let the specialists at Tax Preparation H Incorporated do your taxes for you. Tax Preparation H Incorporated relieves the pain often associated with filing your taxes. And Tax Preparation H Incorporated can reduce those piles of paperwork to one small form that you simply have to sign and file.
Did you go to Tax Preparation H Incorporated?
I sure did.
Do we owe much?
Yep. Oh, we really got reamed by the IRS. But I'll tell you, it doesn't hurt as much thanks to Tax Preparation H Incorporated.
Tax Preparation H Incorporated. We're just itching to do your return. Tax Preparation H Incorporated. Hey, and if you want, we'll even tell Uncle Sam to shove it up his...
Hi, this is Nick Griffin, and you're listening to Bob and Tom 24/7.
Eyebrow dandruff. That's disgusting. Is that a thing?
I'm not proud of it.
Why would you bring that up on the air?
I didn't. It was Christy did. It was said in confidence off the air.
Yeah. Don't ever say eyebrow dandruff in front of a potential lover.
No. Hey, look, ladies. If I'm on top, you might get sprinkled on.
Well,
let it snow.
If you're on top, I'll just let everybody else finish that.
Oh, I see. If you're on top, you got about eight seconds to live. Is that it?
I wouldn't say 8.
If you're on top, Godspeed to your ribs, ladies. Is that what we're getting at?
Essential Morning Radio. All day and all night. This is Bob and Tom.
Welcome back to the Bob and Tom Show. Christy Lee at the news desk.
Hey, Chick.
There's Josh Arnold, was it?
Yes.
Yeah, he's at the I Hate Steven Singer sidekick chair. There's Ace Cosby. There's Willie Griswold.
Good morning.
I'm Chick McGee, and here's Tom Griswold.
This is Mississippi River floating music.
Yeah, it is.
Lord, I'm down. Perhaps we should pick up the pace and pick up the pace with Ace.
Oh.
Ladies and gentlemen, let's get a palate cleanser.
Who's that sexy man with a deep voice? Ace Cosby, here he is with his joke of the day.
Willie, you mentioned pot a little earlier in the show. Reminded me of the time I saw a cop ask a guy, "How high are you?" And the guy says, "No, officer, it's high. How are you?"
That was Ace Cosby's joke of the day.
Syntax issue.
I like that very much.
You know, every now and then, I'll admit it, I have to. I won't let myself laugh. But this was not the case.
Thank you, Ace.
What, you have something over there, Chick?
Tom?
Yeah.
What about my button?
Who's that sexy man with a deep voice? Chick McGee, here he is with his fart of the day.
Wow. That's the Inagata DeVito.
That was everything I hoped it would be.
That was Chick McGee's fart of the day.
I told you we're getting new farts, baby.
Pop some blood vessels in your left eye.
Oh, my gosh.
You may need to retire. I keep extra underwear in my office.
No, I'm good.
If you'd like some.
I like the looks around the room. They thought something mechanical had gone wrong. What the hell?
I was next to that guy at an NFL game last year.
Oh, the farter.
I told you I had beans the day before. It was a fun day for me.
Oh, Willie's the farter.
It was not Willie.
Willie's the farter.
You're just. Oh, go
He's
ahead.
an elderly fellow. I think there must be some kind of stretching of certain.
There is something about and they don't care.
Well, he probably
Well, they've earned the right.
He probably couldn't hear it.
Well, maybe not.
That's the thing. If you're deaf, you have no idea.
You still feel them. Well,
Yeah, maybe.
I don't know. Maybe things get loose.
You know, it depends. You know, you got Andre Gided in the back. Today's obscure literary reference. You know, he had a stainless steel. Okay, sorry.
We had a lot. Are you done?
No.
That'll help.
That was kind of like Flight of the Bumblebee there at the end.
I'll hurt.
Okay.
We had a lot of robots in the news today. We had robot sex, we had robots in beer, and we had robots that can smell. This story is out of San Francisco about a guy who took a Chevy Bolt named Peaches that was driverless.
Peaches.
Yeah, apparently. Outside of a San Francisco bar for a half-hour ride home. Everything was going fine until the car started going in a different direction. He eventually made it out.
Peaches. Peaches.
Stop. The experience provided a snapshot, though, of how robots and robot technology is advancing toward a goal of improving our lives, but still can malfunction in potentially alarming ways. Would you get into a taxi that had no driver?
No.
Heck yeah.
You would?
Absolutely.
I enjoy talking to the driver.
Have you ever asked the driver how they feel about that?
Has a driver ever stopped his taxi, looked at you, and just gotten out?
You talked for 5 minutes before you noticed there was no driver.
Okay, I'll be the driver. I'll be the driver. I'm stopped. You jump in the back seat. And where to?
Well, first thing, last time I took an Uber, I said, you can't get on the freeway over here. So you're going to have to go this way.
Okay, get out.
Yeah, out.
And she said, no, I'm looking at the GPS. And I said, it's wrong. You can't get on the freeway. I live here. You can't.
Oh, well, that's your mistake. You got in a car that a woman was driving.
Hey!
She was lovely. She was from...
Well, they're often lovely. No business behind the wheel.
She was from India. We had a nice chat about what she did, what part of town she lived in.
Would you talk to Peaches even if there was no driver in the car? What if it was an automated, hi, sir, how are you today? Where are you going?
No, I'm not an idiot. I just don't trust that. Again, things go wrong. It's like the robot sex you talked about. There's a number of reasons it's distasteful, but one of them is we've all had computers go crazy on us.
Yeah.
You know that robot girl don't stop till it gets a quart.
Yeah.
that old joke.
You know, your
He
buddy
grabs hold and doesn't let go.
Yeah.
Your buddy resets it on dry suck.
Dry suck.
Oh, I said bad 72. What the hell happened?
Here's your problem. This is a repair guy. Here's your problem. Yeah, she's on dry suck.
You don't want that.
Yeah, you never want that.
You put the wrong kind of oil in her.
That's a problem.
That's the last thing you want with this model.
Damn thing it's amazing she went this far.
You put synthetic in this bitch? No wonder.
Was the machine the bitch, or was it you put in this comma bitch?
The machine.
Were you
The
machine?
Yeah, this poor guy. Can you imagine that gig?
No.
You got to go to somebody's house. Hi, you must be Mr. Johnson.
I'm here to service
your sex doll. Would you mind standing in a different county while I...
Oh, well, here's your problem. You see, her nose is running. She's full.
She's full.
It's another old joke.
but very effective. They shorted it out.
Christy,
I'll put on those.
Nope.
They put those special things
Not
on
saving you.
Those special covers on their shoes, and their face, and their arms, and mouth protection, goggles.
Coming up, we'll talk sex with people with our very special guests, Alli Breen and Jessica Alsman.
Okay.
And also coming up, what?
I hope we can get to this cow sacrifice.
We're going to do it next, I promise.
So creepy. You'll love it, Josh. It's like a Stephen King thing. I mean, you'll hate it and love it at the same time. This is the Bob and Tom Show.
Got a comment? Our email is bobandtom@bobandtom.com. More Bob and Tom next. State law.
Okay. Well, we were talking about
it's wonderful.
You fly all over the place. You work a lot with the comedian Jeff Dunham.
Yeah.
So you guys are always flying, but you're famous on this show for your discussion of flying.
Wow. It was. I know a lot of comedians do the stuff about airline jokes about everything from flying, and so this was just my experience. Was that I started to notice some of the pilots. There were those who didn't say anything to you really. They would just say, "Hey, how you doing?" But then I had noticed the ones who love to talk and point out things and give you a little tour in the sky. And,
Sure.
And I always thought those were guys who were frustrated radio guys. They wanted to be on radio. There's your captain here in the cockpit, and they always sound so cool. So he always, first of all, he has to tell you he's in the cockpit. Like, where else is he going to be? We know. Yeah. We know. I'm in the can right now. I just wanted to say hi. So if you guys don't form a line while I'm in here, please. So he's in the cockpit. Okay. And then they always tell you how many feet we're going up. I never understood why they had to share that with all of us. That's great. We're going up to 36,000 feet. You know what? I'm just a passenger. I'm not writing this stuff down. What did he say? 36,000 or 33,000? Because I need to know. Do you? Yeah. Right. And I want to know what the gauge says because this is, I can't see it. I mean, I need to know. So, he's given us all this information. We really don't need, as passengers, all I know is, 36,000, 40,000. Just go high. That's all I really. Go above the trees and the mountains and clear that stuff. And I'm good.
Happy.
Yeah. Have a couple of drinks. And but then some of these guys I've noticed also will keep going. The ones who like to point out everything. For those just sitting on the left side of the plane, if you look out your window, there's a cloud shaped like a duck.
Wow.
What? Good. I'm glad he woke me up for that because and of course those people on the right side of the plane, they never get to see anything. Sometimes, right? They'll point out stuff. If you're on the left side, you can see the Grand Canyon. Mm-hmm. If you're on the right side, you can look at the people looking at the Grand Canyon on the left side of the plane.
Fascinating.
So I just noticed those guys. So I started taking notes about what they would say, and it was just unbelievable. And then the funniest, or I guess it's not funny, is when a plane goes down. Of course, they would look for the flight recorder, and I was always like, and they always thought, I always wondered, like, what do they expect to hear on this thing? Mm-hmm. The pilot's not cool enough to just explain what's happening, is he? Is he just gonna? Just hit a mountain. My fault. I was pointing out something to the people and clip the wing and
there you go.
Anyway, I know I sound cool right now, but I've just evacuated like you wouldn't believe. So I just want to apologize to everybody for spinning out of control. And just want to thank all our passengers for flying with us. We realized you had a choice in airlines and. Well, you picked the wrong one because we're going right down.
We're going down.
We're going down. So, you're not going to get that.
No,
you're just
free drinks.
Right? Yeah. Free drink. Just hurry. Free drink. The carts should be flying around. Just reach up and grab something. Man, I don't know. I figure I guess when they find the thing, all they really hear is one big screaming. Screaming. Curse. One big curse word all the way down.
Absolutely.
Yeah. I'm sure, if I was on the plane going down, my last word would be, my wife would be going, she'd be saying, I love you, and I'd be going, sorry, honey, I'm going to have to curse with the pilot right now. Won't be saying I love you right now. But.
Jeff Roth Band.
Not on air. It's online.
Bob and Tom, 24/7.
Comedian Mark Maron is the man that we're talking with.
It's a cult, marriage. You get married, and all of a sudden you need married friends.
Yeah.
So, because it's only a matter of time before you end up in a little house that looks like any other house on your street, and it's a cul-de-sac, and you got a mortgage and a job you don't like, and then you have another kid, and you still hate your job, so you buy a dog, and then time goes on, you don't want to have sex with your wife anymore, so you start acquiring large leisure equipment. I don't want to have sex. I'll get a canoe.
Personal watercraft, I think.
And then your garage becomes this museum of forgotten hobbies, a shrine to sexual repression. I was at my friend's he was in the suburbs. He's showing me, we were in his garage. He's like, yeah, there's the toboggan. We only use that once. And snowshoes. The sousaphone. I don't know what I was thinking there. So I said, hey, you know what, John, if you ever get bored, you can open your own Fridays.
Comedian Bobcat Goldthwait is here with us. I like goofy movies.
I didn't see Phantom Menace or the Attack of the Clones because I'm 40 years old and I've been so Star Wars, the Lord of the Rings, none of that stuff really. But like a jerk, I went to the Star Wars re-release. Have any of you nerds ever seen a Could you pick a out of a police lineup? If I had a and a donut and a mop, could you tell me the difference between these things? Because the day you actually see one, you're going to throw that stormtrooper cookie jar right out the window. You're going to go, what was I thinking about? I go, I don't know. We've been trying to tell you about it for years.
This is Bob and Tom 24/7. Comedy, guests, Bob and Tom exclusives, and it's here on the internet.
Hey, welcome back to the Bob and Tom Show. Christy Lee at the news desk.
Hi.
There's Josh Arnold at the I Hate Steven Singer sidekick chair.
Chick.
Jessica Halsman joins us.
Hey, Chick.
There's Ace Cosby.
Hey.
There's Willie Griswold.
Hey, man.
I am Chick McGee, and here's Tom Griswold.
A couple things I wanted to mention.
Go ahead.
Some good friends of the show. Greg Warren has a very well-reviewed and well-received new special out there. Comedian Greg Warren, it's called Greg Warren the Salesman, getting a lot of very positive feedback on that. And you can check that out on YouTube on Nate Lander. Just Google the phrase Greg Warren the Salesman. It's family-friendly and a lot of fun. Also, Haywood Banks is going to be doing his thing in Toledo, Ohio this weekend. Information is at Eventbrite. Mr. Banks, Saturday night only. For Mr. Haywood Banks in concert. Brett Terhune was here yesterday, and he also has a new thing out there. And Brett's comedy special is called What on Flat Earth, and it's available at whatonflatearth.com. You can get all the details and see what's going on. Now, we turn back to the news desk with Christy Lee. What have you got?
Authorities in Texas are baffled by a disturbing mystery wherein cows are turning up dead with certain body parts missing. The Madison County Sheriff's Office said a 6-year-old cow was found lying on its side with its tongue missing. The cow's tongue appeared to have been removed with apparent precision, while there were no disturbances around the animal's body. The gruesome find is the latest in a string of similar cow deaths along Texas State Highway OSR. The Lubbock Avalanche Journal reports Madison County authorities discovered 5 similar incidents in nearby counties, each from different herds and pastures. They're also having their sex organs removed, and Texas officials aren't sure why.
Odd. Yeah, how weird is that? Aliens?
Yeah,
could sounds be. Like a cult.
Horny, horny, pervy rancher.
Huh.
Could be.
Horny, pervy rancher.
Can do a lot with a tongue and a sex organ.
Ugh.
Well, they go together pretty well.
Make them touch.
You'd probably have to have... I assume you'd have to do it at night.
Yeah.
So you'd probably need some kind of a light on your hat.
Well, that's an interesting thought. Yeah,
the first place you go to.
You hear that story, and that's what you.
That man must have been wearing
It reminds me, my friend John.
A miner helmet?
My friend John just bought his first house, and I'm kind of acting as his mentor since I've owned a number of houses in my life.
Poor John.
And one of the things I told him to get is, I just got another one last week.
Was a new mentor?
It's a light that it charges on your computer. It's the size, like half the size of a deck of cards.
Everything charges with a USB now.
Then it clips on your ball cap. So then you're hands free if you want to go downstairs and hey, the
turn the light on.
Hot water heater's out. Yeah, you can. Pardon me.
Turn the light on.
Oh, that thing's helpful.
Well, Christy, what if the power's out? What if you're in the middle of a field in Texas trying to lasso a cow?
Okay, it's lasso.
It's lasso. Yeah.
Once again, you just insist on mispronouncing things.
But I mean,
cows aren't real active at night.
No, they're not.
I don't know.
But you got to see it if you're surgically removing the cow tongue. Presumably, you've got to kill the cow first.
I would hope.
This whole thing is so weird.
That's why it's aliens.
It is dead. The cow was dead that they found?
Yes.
And did it die from bleeding out or did it die from another injury?
I don't know. I wish I knew. I don't.
They'd have to kill it first. This is so gross.
Yeah, they would.
One of the weird things about this story, Mike Mark was telling me, is that there was no blood found on the scene at all.
This is alien stuff.
Which that really, so some sort of immediate cauterizing
or they
suggests
were moved.
alien rays.
Or they were moved to that spot.
How do you move a big dead cow?
They euthanize it, and then you...
You had a forklift?
Yeah.
Come on, start thinking
and
here.
then he swallowed the blood himself.
Oh.
I don't know. Not the guy, the cow.
Texas?
Yeah.
Are there crop circles nearby? I mean, you got to...
Can we talk about anything else?
Chupacabra could have come north a little.
Yes.
So.
No.
Well, I did have no trouble getting through the border.
I have jokes, but I think I'm on probation.
I almost had to buy condoms the other day. That was weird.
That is weird for you.
Yeah.
What was going on?
Well, I've got this. I sliced off the tip of my thumb, as you may see.
Yeah,
which is I can't imagine how small this cut is.
It's the size of but all the skin, the size a little bigger than a pea, is gone.
Don't believe it.
To the bone?
To the whatever the
Tissue,
tissue.
the
So
soft
it's really
tissue?
gross.
Oh,
Anyway, the medical professionals took care of me, but I can't get this. I can't get this thing wet.
Mm-hmm.
Somebody goes slicing.
They have thumb condoms.
Well, good luck trying to find them. I went to the 3 different, what do you call it?
Pharmacies?
Yes.
No, office supply stores. The people wear those on their fingers.
Well,
so
I got
licking
they're called, what do they call it? Finger
hats?
Something like finger cups or caps.
I have no idea.
Anyways, they're too small.
Oh.
So I was thinking the obvious thing to do would be to go get a
prophylactic
condom.
Yeah.
Then it's going to be all icky and
well, you don't have
slimy.
to get lubricated.
Oh.
They make micro condoms for the micro penises.
There are only 2 reasons a condom would be icky and slimy. One is it's lubricated.
The other
is that it's not new.
Certified pre-owned.
You don't want to be the guy going up to the pharmacy. Excuse me, ma'am. Yeah, I'm trying to find the micro condoms.
You can find them at your local sex shop.
Oh, really?
Yeah.
Right.
Not that I know.
So I asked the pharmacist. I explained it to him, and then we got the gloves, but they're still too small.
Now remember, Tom,
I went online and I bought XL gloves. I'll have them today.
And you're going to have the tips cut down. Is that what you're going to do?
Or will you cut the tip? Or will you wear the whole glove?
Wear the whole glove because in the shower I've got to hold my arm up, and it's my bad arm that I can't hold up.
Now
anymore.
remember, Tom has the benefits of classical education.
Yeah.
I just now went online. There's only whatever color you'd like.
Yeah,
whatever.
look at all
No,
that.
that's what I did. I bought them
covers
2 days ago. They'll be coming in today.
Oh, okay. All right. Well, good.
So what are you complaining about?
I'm just saying. For a while, I thought I was going to have to go buy condoms.
Have you ordered anything online to your old house or to your interim house yet, or have you kept it above board?
I've ordered to the place I get my mail.
He doesn't order to his house. You know that, Willie.
Okay.
He doesn't have mail in the house.
He doesn't want his address out there, which is 9215.
No, Josh, that's the old one.
4.
Yeah, no, it's
9215 is the first part of my bank code, and it ends in an odd number.
It's whatever street it's on. It's 666. I can tell you that.
Chick and I were on the same wavelength.
I mean, it would have been so weird buying.
I can't imagine the person that sold you condoms.
I ended up not buying them. I ended up going
You would be
online.
embarrassed to buy condoms right now.
You just go to sales.
Would you?
What?
I'm just standing there, and
Oh, God.
There you go, any rubbers?
the lady's going to go, "Are you looking for the Centrum Silver, mister?"
They don't.
I just wonder how many business places around the area have a picture of you in the office. If you see this man, just please endure it.
Yeah.
It'll be over very soon.
You know, you don't have to ask the pharmacist for condoms anymore. They're right there on the aisle.
I asked them, do they have finger
Right.
Because when I used to work in a restaurant, we had the things, if you cut your finger, you put those things in.
Right.
Oh, okay.
But so I bought a package of them, but they're too small for the thumb.
I guarantee you this is the biggest something made out of nothing you've ever heard in your life.
Plus, in
the
this,
way
day,
he is.
in this day and age, there's no reason to be embarrassed by anything.
No.
You got self-check.
It's true.
No, I wasn't embarrassed. I just was confused. I don't want to end up at home. with
These
this
are glory days for the shoplifters.
lubricated, reserve tip condom on my thumb.
It's not a bad idea if you just need the thumb covered up, but
no, it's a bad idea.
Then how do you tie it? Then how do you tie it on?
Oh, look, they have.
If you're tying on your condoms, you're doing it wrong.
They have gel finger protection silicone cups that look just like the fingers. Then
I just wanted to take
know.
a shower. That's all.
Oh, a balloon would have worked, right? Just throw that over the thumb.
Why wouldn't a balloon work?
It's tighter at the bottom.
It's too tight.
Oh.
Christ.
Oh, you mean from my thumb?
Yeah.
So sorry. Well, let's move forward here. What have you got over there, Christian?
Oh, I think this is exactly what you need. I'm going to order those for you. A homeopathic doctor from India has devised a way to keep his car cool against the growing heat. Dr. Sushil Sagar is posted at the Kurari Civil Hospital. I guess that means he works there.
My doctor's similar to him.
Is he?
Close, but no cigar. Chick?
Nope.
Okay.
Nope.
He says he has plastered his cow with cow dung.
His car is covered in cow. There's,
Yeah.
there's a picture of this guy standing next to his car. And it's
Explaining his approach to news agency ANI, the doctor said, quote, "It often happens in summer that the metal roof on top of the car draws heat and increases the temperature inside." Well, duh. By applying the cow dung coating, the inside temperature of the car does not rise. That being said, dried cow dung is a combustible material, and the same material is still used as cooking fuel in many parts of India.
Is it?
Yep. As such, applying a layer of cow dung can be potentially dangerous.
What do you got, gas or charcoal there, Tom?
As it increases
I've already
the
used cow
chances
dung.
of fire.
Huh?
You may want to put some A1 on that taco.
That's amazing.
There's a picture of this guy standing next to a car, and it's obviously brown and.
Is there a component here where the cow dung? Because I was going to ask, why not just use mud?
Right.
But that the cow dung is sort of blessed in that aspect.
Maybe.
Cultural thing.
Idiotic thing, I would say.
Well,
I mean, let's come on. Seriously?
No, nobody's here to judge.
I am. Stupid. You're an idiot. Well, my car's covered in cow dung. I can always find it in the parking lot. Yeah, there's no one's parked near it. It stinks. Where's your car? Oh, it's over there. What, use some digital thing in your phone, you idiot. Your car is covered in feces, you moron.
A combustible product.
Yeah. Remember there was the guy who was also in India that, remember this with respect to COVID?
Yes,
I do.
He told people to eat cow dung so they wouldn't get COVID. They're not going to get it because their breath is so bad they don't have any friends. You can't get it from people that are 40 feet away. Oh, I'm sorry. Sorry. If you don't believe this story, Google it.
No, we believe you.
Standing next to his. Oh, we should start thinking of what the car would be named.
Subaru.
Poobaroo.
Oh,
not bad. Yeah.
Okay.
That is a good start.
If you're like me and you're wearing Raycon earbuds, so you probably took them out right now.
Yeah.
So, with Poobaroo.
What?
Oh, wait, hey, Willie, how about a BMW?
Yep. That's another.
How dare you? You know, Raycon's wireless earbuds, their mission is to prove you shouldn't have to pay an arm and a leg for quality sound and essential smart tech listening features. Raycon, you get a pair and a spare, and you still pay much less than you would with some of those other big-name tech brands out there. Raycon knows that in this economy, at this time, every purchase needs to be perfect. They offer buy now, pay later options. They have an easy and free return guarantee. They offer free domestic shipping and flat fee international shipping. And they have over 50,000 five-star reviews at Raycon. And I haven't even said anything about 8 hours of playback, crystal clear call quality, and water and sweat resistant. Go to buyraycon.com/Tom today to get 15% off your Raycon order. That's buyraycon.com/Tom. 15% off your Raycon purchase. Buy a pair for you and buy a pair for someone you care about. That's buyraycon.com/Tom.
Coming up, It's going to be sexy time with Alli Breen talking about those love lives out there that may be in trouble. We'll fix them. This is the Bob and Tom Show.
Hi, fellas. This is Floyd Tucker, the over-the-road trucker. You're listening to Bob and Tom 24/7, of course.
Thanks so much for listening to the Bob and Tom Show this morning. You can.
This song's about my very favorite thing in the whole wide world. Oh, yeah? Perfect day for getting freaky. It's that time of day for sniffing like a dog. Would you like to play some sneaky picky? What I'm trying to say is that I'm feeling like a song. So what you say? We're gonna come and play. So what you say? Come on, let's get busy. Can I get some booty? Can I have some sweetness? Can I see your beauty? Can we get down on the floor? Can I get some booty? Can I have some sweetness? Can I see your beauty? Can I have some more? Oh, yeah. It's time for moving, baby. It's time for grooving slow. It's time for dancing, baby, and poking around your throat. So what you say? We're gonna come and play. So what you say? Come on, let's get busy. Can I get some booty? Can I have some sweetness? Can I see your beauty? Can we get down on the floor? Can I get some booty? Can I have some sweetness? Can I see your beauty? Can I have some more? It's that perfect day for getting freaky. It's that time of day for sniffing like a dog. Can I have some booty? Can I have some sweetness? Can I see your beauty? Can we get down on the floor? Can I get some booty? Can I have some sweetness? Can I see your beauty? Can I have some more? Can I get some booty? Can I have some sweetness? Yeah, can I see your beauty? Can I get down on the floor? Can I get some booty? Can I have some sweetness? Can I see your beauty? Can I have some more? Booty, booty, booty. Booty, booty, booty. Booty, booty, booty. Oh, I want some booty, booty, booty. Na 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 na. Can I get some booty? Can I have some sweetness? Can I see your beauty? Can we get down on the floor? Can I get some booty? Can I have some sweetness? Can I see your beauty? Can I have some more? Can I get some booty? Can I have some sweetness? Can I see your beauty? Can we get down on the floor? Can I get some booty? Can I have some sweetness? Can I see your beauty? Can I have some more? Booty, booty, booty.
Move that. Wow. Very nice, gentlemen.
That horn section moves.
Here come the mummies.
Yeah.
Man, are they great.
Oh, what fun. Well, if you didn't get a ticket tonight, you lose.
Circuit breaker, so the fuel gauges go to 0.
Uh-oh.
Then I would act like I was asleep. And when he came to, boy, did his eyes just light up. That's
light up like a fire. Oh, man.
Died of a heart attack. It was hilarious.
The old empty gas tank joke.
I don't know what happened.
I don't know.
Bob and Tom, 24/7.
Comedy via your computer. Bob and Tom 24/7.
Welcome back to the Bob and Tom Show. Christy Lee at the news desk. There's
Hi,
Josh
Chick.
Arnold at the I Hate Steven Singer sidekick chair.
Hi.
There's Jessica Alsman.
Hey.
There's Ace Cosby.
Howdy.
There's Willie Griswold.
Hey, man.
I'm Chick McGee, and here's Tom Griswold.
Thank you very much. Covered a lot of ground today. Time now to cover the world of interpersonal relationships with Alli Breen in a show that we call Sexy Time.
All right.
And it would appear that Alli is in a shower somewhere.
You're in the bathroom, huh?
Yes, I am. Yeah, they're doing some work on my radiators. They're turning the heat off, I guess, completely. And so I'm in the bathroom. That's the only place to get privacy right now.
Nice tile. I'm
Very clean.
impressed. Yeah.
Thank you.
No
Like
hair
my
in the
purple
wall?
shampoo.
Yeah.
Do you use that, Christy? The blonde purple shampoo?
No, but I'll start. That's cool.
How many
good.
shampoos do you have up there?
1, 2, 3, 4.
I'm sure one's a body wash. It looks to be two, or maybe conditioners.
Oh, there we go. Josh nailed it.
Well, you have to alternate your shampoos. Your hair gets little.
Yeah.
That's what Queen Bee tells us,
Yeah.
Tom.
Yeah. Oh, yeah.
Okay. All right. Josh, ever on one of your nights out and you encounter some young lady and the next morning you wake up at her place and you go into her shower and she has the shampoo museum.
Yeah.
The history of shampoo. Like 30 different ones.
I like it.
Yeah.
It's fun. I've used a fair amount of Biolage in my day.
Oh, nice.
The good stuff.
Ever get encounter that soap with the grit?
I love the soap with the grit.
Oh, lava?
No,
Lava used to have it, yeah.
But there's some squirter soap that I encountered.
Right.
Squirter
Did you like
soap.
it? I felt like it was really cleaning.
It was interesting. My scrotum was a little bit upset. So sorry. Alli Breen is a very fine stand-up comedian. You can see her on the TV, on Kennedy and more. But right now, she is going to talk about letters that she receives involving interpersonal relationships. What do we got, Alli?
Dear Allie, my husband doesn't remember dates like my birthday or our anniversary. He says we're in our 40s, so it shouldn't be important, and I'm the one acting crazy.
Oh.
How hard is it for him to just put the dates in his calendar? In fact, I think some phones do that automatically. Should I accept this, that this is just him? It's really annoying.
That is annoying. Phones will tell you. Google tells me when my friends' birthdays are coming up. Because I picked the calendar. But.
I'll take the other side of this. Look, this guy might be really busy. God knows what it's like dealing with you on a daily basis.
God knows what it's like dealing with you on a daily basis.
That's what he said.
I'm being devil's
That'll
advocate
help.
here. Right.
Uh-huh.
Yeah, I think the simpler thing would be maybe a little reminder from her. Hey, Valentine's Day is coming up.
See, I think the opposite. I think not a little reminder, a very serious reminder of, hey, I know this seems silly to you, but these things are very important to me, and I would love to celebrate them
We
with
just had this conversation in a group last night. We were talking about men are from, what is that? Men are from Mars, women are from Venus, whatever that book is.
Something.
But men and women,
The clucking, huh?
they communicate differently. Men need you to go, hey, by the way, our anniversary's next Saturday. I need a gift. Or I expect a gift.
But for
read
most
her
women, that
mind.
defeats the point because they're like, the whole point is you should remember.
But
I should be
guys aren't
important
like
enough
that.
to you that you
Right.
remember.
We're idiots.
Guys aren't like that.
They're barely
ladies.
listening.
They can't read your mind. They don't know how important
Wait
it
a
is
minute.
to you.
Wait a minute.
I could not disagree more.
Wait a minute. We're supposed to be able to read minds? No wonder I'm.
No, I just said that. You're not supposed to read our
By
minds.
the way, why do I have the feeling that Christy's fiance is listening to the show right now going, who's that lady?
Yeah, I would
They
say
don't want anything to do with her.
I would say give him a gentle reminder, and then the night after one of those special nights, like an anniversary or birthday, do something special for him. Men are dumb. We're like dogs. Give him a fun Pavlovian response. That way, next time he might remember a little easier.
It's not bad.
Yeah, give him the kitchen's closed.
Yeah, but his response is, "You're being crazy. It's not important." It's like, come on, dude.
Again.
Just try.
The kitchen's closed.
Yeah, it's pretty minor.
That'll learn him.
That'll learn them.
So negative reinforcement is what you're saying.
Whatever it takes, Josh.
All right.
That's my rule. Let's move on. Alli Breen is our guest. You can reach her, ALLIBREEN, with your love troubles. We'll try to help. What have you got?
Dear Allie, my boyfriend just opened an Instagram account and I found out he only follows one girl. How concerned should I be?
Very.
I feel like we need more information.
Is it a girl he knows or is it a butt model?
Exactly.
Right? Or a porn star.
That's so weird. If my boyfriend all of a sudden got Instagram and wasn't even following me, but following someone else.
If it's someone he knows, it's different than if it's someone he does. You know, if it's Miley Cyrus, what are you going to do? He has a crush on a celebrity. But
yeah. What if it's a porn star?
What are you going to do? He has a crush on a porn star.
You could have just looked at her account without getting an account, though. You know, you can still scroll Instagram, like online, I guess.
That's true.
Or like Google her.
That's a commitment when you actually follow.
Yeah. Maybe one of this guy's buddies needs to sit him down and teach him a little about discretion.
Also, everyone can see the posts that you like. So.
What?
Yeah.
Yeah.
No, they can't anymore. That used to be the case, isn't it? They can't see what you like.
I thought Instagram will recommend posts for you to see because your friends like these posts or something like that. Or does it have to be a similar account?
I don't know.
That could be true, but you used to be able to look it up. Like you could look at someone's account and see what they liked, and it was driving people so crazy
Lou, I saw you
that they
on
stopped.
saw you on Buttapalooza last week.
What? I didn't know people could see that.
Yeah. Be careful what you're double tapping.
Okay. Well, let's move on. Alli Breen once again has letters about love, and we're going to try to fix everything.
Dear Allie, when my girlfriend and I started dating, we had sex at least twice a day. Now, after 4 years, I'm lucky if it's twice a week. I still want it all the time. Is it possible to get her back to that, or do I have to find a new girlfriend?
Oh, God.
If it's been 4 years, first off, this happens in, I'd say, pretty much every relationship.
Yeah,
and I would say there's probably some work that you can do, too. If you're playing video games, farting in your sweatpants, maybe that's not the sexiest thing for her. I would say there's some work that you can do to get her to go back to work.
Maybe go like kind of a pay-per-view thing.
What? You're going to pay her for
mean?
sex?
Is that what that means?
Well, sort of. No, just
turn her into
just a dumb idea. Saw that nice person in the mall. Oh, look, here's the exact.
You want that person? Daddy's going to need a few things.
Okay,
make sure you use the term daddy.
These are bad ideas. I'm just kidding.
I'm surprised you haven't yelled at her for having a bathtub shower.
Well, she rents. What can you do?
Oh, yeah. Tom hates the bathtub shower.
That looks like a
really.
That does not look like a full. Or okay, I'm seeing the. I thought the shower curtain was the other side of the wall. That's just a curtain.
No, it might be a little bit. It might be a little truncated, so to speak, but it's pretty full size.
Not only that, but
what's
it
wrong
looks
with
smaller.
the bathtub?
Yeah.
Well, when you
People
break
don't
your
like
hip,
baths?
when you break your hip, don't call me bitching. If nothing else, you got to get those sidebars put in there so you got something to grip when you slip on your.
She's not 88.
Hey, talk to an ER doctor. The ER doc, they get 20-year-olds that have fallen in bathtubs constantly.
Oh, do they really?
Can't you just get those mats that have like traction on them?
Yeah,
That's what I had at my old house.
Oh, and you fell?
In Willie's old bathroom. No, you have the sticky mat.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's what they call them, sticky mats.
Yeah, those are great.
Yeah.
You talking about shower
Technical
mats?
term.
It's like a Rubbermaid thing, and it's got the little
suction
the little
cups?
suction cups on the one
underneath.
side.
He's explaining it to us like we have.
Those
no
have got to
idea
just
what
turn
he's-
into Petri dishes, don't they?
Yeah, you gotta,
They do get disgusting.
you
You got
gotta
to
fill
wash
the tub
them.
with ammonia and let them soak for every now and then.
It's awful.
Sorry. What's our next letter, Allie?
Dear Allie, I set up a fake Instagram account to see if my ex would cheat on me.
Oh, good.
Okay, I don't want to hear any more. Whoever set it up, you guys,
You're done.
leave them alone.
Trust.
Break
It's
up.
important.
Break
hear her
up.
out. She
I
said
don't want to
her
hear about it.
ex-
I don't want to hear about it. This is sinister
I
and
started
awful.
liking his posts,
You
then
don't wanna-
messaging him,
you don't
and he's
wanna-
being flirty right back and not mentioning he has a girlfriend. I'm already mad, but how far
Congratulations.
should I take it before I tell him that it's me?
Wait, did you say that it was her ex-boyfriend or her
No,
current
it's her
boyfriend?
current boyfriend.
Okay.
This is entrapment.
Yeah, it is.
No.
This is also.
Oh, yeah.
What's that song? The Pina Colada song.
Uh-huh.
Remember that?
Yeah.
Anybody?
Yeah.
Was it Rupert Holmes? And,
Sure.
Yeah, but that's supposed to be romantic that they both want to cheat, but they end up wanting to cheat with each other.
Yeah.
Maybe that's what this
A little
will be.
far-fetched.
Yeah.
As in, never, ever happened.
Yeah. Yeah, not to mention an incredibly irritating song.
like it.
Your conclusion, Josh?
You would.
Man, it's doomed. This relationship's doomed.
Yeah.
You don't trust him.
Yes.
He's maybe untrustworthy.
Yes.
The fact that you did this means you probably weren't trusting him.
Yeah.
And if he is willing to like flirt back, like, you know what I mean? You kind of caught him. So
Well, maybe she should outright ask him, do you have a girlfriend?
That'd be interesting.
there you go.
Yeah, there.
Yeah.
Set up.
Well, if they want an adult relationship, they're at least one adult short. So
Yeah, at least.
at least.
Set up a meeting and then send a 6'5" guy that is dabbling in professional wrestling to show up.
Yes.
Hi.
Oh,
Like those Jesse Smollett guys.
Hi.
You've been catfished.
I'm Colette. Sorry. Okay, let's move on. Alli Breen is our guest. ALLIBREEN. Send us your love troubles.
Dear Allie, I've been seeing this girl that I really enjoy for about a month and a half. We hang out and do fun stuff multiple times a week, and the sex is out of this world. It's all great, right? Except one thing. About 2 weeks ago, she told me that she's had a boyfriend of 5 years.
Oh, jeez.
She said that she won't be breaking up with him anytime soon because it's convenient, but she has no desire to actually be with him, as he does not provide any of the things I provide to her. What should I do in this circumstance? I really like this girl, and I want to continue our relationship, but not at the expense of my own well-being if she might never break up with her boyfriend.
I wonder what the other guy provides. Money?
Well, after 5 years, he's probably not putting out as much, but
Yeah, but still.
just the excitement. She's chasing excitement. You'll get boring to her
Yeah.
eventually, and she'll move on.
Oh, that's a sad.
Man.
Well, I don't mean boring, but once you're hanging out, because it's only a month and a half, it's always hot then. But after 6
Right.
months, it's like, oh, okay, it fizzles.
Yeah, it doesn't sound to me like this is for you. Yeah, I know you like her and it's fun and all that stuff, but I'd say get out. It sounds to me like you want something a little more real.
Yeah, you're always going to be second fiddle.
But she is honest, so that's a good quality.
Yeah, she is being honest.
Yeah, she sure is.
She's being honest about cheating. That's great.
That's very
One
good.
person. Yeah.
I bet that her boyfriend doesn't think that she's being too honest.
What's he doing behind her back? Maybe he has a secret. Like maybe
Let's
he's
not
actually,
blame the.
Just kill him. Shoot him in the head.
Boring boyfriend.
maybe he's actually a homosexual, so it's a convenient relationship, you know?
But you should be
Provides
creative
housing.
writing. That's
Well,
crazy.
I think
to
we're at
jump
the end of this feature.
It happens a lot.
deeply claustrophobic.
Okay, Allie, let's move on to our next letter. What have you got?
Dear Allie, I've dated 2 girls at work. I'm a waiter. They didn't know about each other, but now they do, and they're telling all of the new girls that work there not to date me.
Welcome to working in a restaurant.
Yeah. My friend says this will just make me more interesting to the other girls, so I was about to yell at them, but maybe I shouldn't. What should I do?
He's right. I agree with your friend.
He absolutely is.
Really?
Yes, sleeping with a coworker has never been a bad thing when it comes to wanting to sleep with other coworkers. it's the taste of what did
intrigue.
they? Yes, yeah.
That's interesting.
Restaurants are just. That's all this. Working in a restaurant. That's what this. This happens all the time.
I never got to
That everyone
experience
sleeps
that.
with each other?
Huh.
Yeah.
You never worked at a restaurant, Christy?
I worked fast food, but I was young, so I wasn't having sex then, but not in a restaurant. Not like a high-end
I
restaurant.
think I worked in a restaurant for a long time, actually. And yeah, Josh is right.
Is it a
lot of stuff
hotbed
a lot of
drama.
A lot of drama.
God, yeah.
I remember the time Ronnie Haynes threw a cleaver at me. There's a lot of drama.
Well, I gotta tell you, if we had cleavers, I'd have thrown a couple at
It's why we don't have cleavers in this.
It was. I've told the story, but it was right out of the Three Stooges. I mean, he missed on purpose, but it was pretty scary. It got stuck in a heating duct.
Oh my God!
It's right out of a Three Stooges movie.
Allie, have you ever served?
Oh yeah, no, all through college.
Well,
I
thank
was
you
a
for your
waitress.
service. We appreciate it.
Yeah,
Did you ever hook up with a coworker?
I did. Yes.
Yeah.
Yep. And it was totally
cool, that's
incestuous.
cool.
Everyone hooked up with everybody.
That's
the
cool.
managers would. It was completely.
How about with some of the tables you waited on? Did you ever hook up with any of those people?
Did not hook up with any of them.
I've always wondered.
Picked up a customer?
That seems impossible
Yeah.
almost to pick up a server when they're real busy.
When people leave the phone number on the, credit card slip or whatever, if it's a cute guy, that could work, I think. Yeah.
Did anyone ever
probably.
do that?
I guess
they would call you up and go, "Hey, I'm the guy that had the.
no, I don't think I ever
I'm the
had
guy
that.
that just had the pizza. What do you think?"
Exactly.
I guess it just doesn't work for me.
Okay, Alli, what have you got going on this weekend? Are you on stage?
I'm on stage. I'll be at the comic strip on Friday and Sheba's Speakeasy on Saturday. I'll be kicking around New York.
All right.
Any TV stuff coming up?
No, I was supposed to be there this week, but there's been a little bit of a shakeup.
Yeah, I heard about that. I heard. I don't know if you heard on our show. We announced yesterday a couple guys got moved around.
Oh yeah.
Oh yeah. They were traded. I think they were traded to Green Bay.
Oh, were they?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Don Lemon and Tucker Carlson. They were traded to Green Bay for.
For Aaron
Rodgers. Yeah, it was a pretty good deal. Well, thanks, Alli.
Thanks, guys.
Hi, Alli.
I'll talk to you next week.
Sounds good in the shower, actually.
It does. It doesn't sound bad.
Nice acoustics. Now, speaking of gifts, and we had the letter from the guy that forgets everything. You don't want to forget Mother's Day.
No.
Look at all those moms out there.
May 14th.
She's your mom. She's your mom. That's your mom. And that she's a mom. You got to get them something cool. This is where Steven Singer Jewelers comes in. You go to IHateStevenSinger.com. You're going to find a wide array of just about everything in the realm of jewelry and some special gifts. This one designed for moms. It's the latest in the gold-dipped rose category, and it's something new. It's a new series they're starting. It's the Neon series. Once again, this is a real rose, brand new, dipped in neon green 24-karat gold. And it's shipped in a beautiful gift box with a card from you. And by the way, if you order this today before 2 o'clock Eastern, it's going to go out today because it's Steven Singer. And at IHateStevenSinger.com, you're going to find out about the full lifetime guarantee. You're going to find out about free shipping. Get on that before it's too late. And the gold-dipped roses start at just $59. Check them all out right now. You don't have to buy your mom a giant neon green billboard in Times Square. You can get her a beautiful rose, or maybe go with earrings, bracelets, necklaces. They're going to love them. From Steven Singer. Don't forget about that lifetime guarantee, and you can always trade up with diamonds, of course. Find out what I'm talking about. IHateStevenSinger.com. Coming back with your history lesson. This is the Bob and Tom Show.
Thanks for listening to the Bob and Tom Show this morning. Catch any part of the show you missed.
My name's Lindsay Potter. I'm the program director at Random Acts of Flowers, Indianapolis. Random Acts of Flowers is a nonprofit. We basically recycle flowers that have served their intended purpose, and we deliver them to patients in healthcare settings throughout central Indiana. Every bouquet that we send out costs about $10, so every $10 donation really puts flowers in the hands of a patient in Indianapolis. It's just something people aren't expecting, especially right now in today's healthcare setting where there's extreme isolation. They're usually expecting a doctor or nurse to walk in, but having someone from the community come in with something beautiful that's colorful and bright and smells good, and just saying, hey, we all got together and we wanted to let you know that you're not alone. Whenever we go to Riley, kids, you may not necessarily think, oh, they'll like flowers, but they do just because they are so attracted to the colors. We went into a room delivered to a young girl who had been there for months. When people are in a hospital for that long, the flowers, the visitors sometimes dry up. So us being able to deliver to her was great, and she loved it. It was the perfect thing at the perfect time for them that really gave them the lift that they needed.
Last time you were here, Eric, you impressed us with your musical skills.
Oh, that's right.
You are a
manualist.
manualist.
Yes, I am.
Now, for those that don't know what that means, Manualism is the art of manipulating one's hands to make. There you go. To make that sound.
That wasn't me yet. I didn't.
There we go.
You must be.
Sorry, excuse me.
You must kick ass at
That
parties.
was my no hands.
Yeah, I know the chicks dig this.
Yeah, I know they do. Yeah, if you're at a party.
Yeah, this is my go-to on a first date.
I'm gonna say, if you're at a party and you see Eric and there's a big group of guys hanging around him, this is what they're doing.
Wow.
They're looking for that, and then my Dungeons and Dragons kit too. I'm doing that.
So,
give us a sample.
All right, there you go.
Very nice.
Push it. I see the group of guys laughing now at the party.
What?
Wow.
While the girls are all over there rolling their eyes.
That is amazing. Have you ever been laid doing that?
Don't say we didn't warn you. There's laughter ahead.
You guys want to grab lunch?
We can't go anymore.
Holy
That's
cow.
a good day's work, everybody. This is Bob and Tom 24/7.
Tell us about Hawaii. I get very confused over there. I'm always trying to read signs, because all they have are vowels. You read signs, and some signs, they have an arrow that says E-I-E-I-O. Yeah, come on, where is that going to go? And
Obviously, to a pineapple farm.
Yeah, what is that? And I'm always trying to, I'm trying to impress. I was with this girl, and I'm trying to impress her about how much I know about Hawaii. This is my second time there, and I'm like, I go, oh, now look here. This is the ni I pu'u lo o-o-ke a-uti. And she said, that's lookout, you idiot. I'm like, I guess I'm a little used to read these signs around here.
I see.
And
Fascinating.
they have two airports on the island of Maui, and one is called like Hili Wili Puli, and then they call the other one Wili Wili Pali, and then I go to the wrong one, and I'm the idiot. It's supposed to be Hili Wili Puli, not Wili Wili Pali. They're going to be an hour and a half apart. They shouldn't sound exactly the same. Not Hili Wili Puli, Wili Wili Pali. I have a theory, and I think everything in Hawaii was named by Mel Tillis in a hurry. Is what happened. They just brought Mel over. Mel, what'd you call that? Okay, come on over here. Pie. Mel, what would you call that big beautiful bird? Well, yeah, that's good. That's the I bird.
Bob and Tom 24/7.
Mike Birbiglia is our guest. Are you dating anyone? Do you have a?
I realize what I need to find is a woman who loves me for my money, but doesn't understand math. I know this girl, and she wasn't too bright. She wasn't like book smart. She was like magazine smart or butter label smart. I know this girl, middle of the day, I swear to God. And she goes, you know what turns me on? I go, what? And she said, black guys. Which I really found discouraging. Because I've been mistaken for a lot of things in my life, but I've never had anyone be like, you're black, right? No, I'm Olive Garden Italian.
Police and concert band.
Great band, yeah.
Yeah, and Sting he's dressed like a rock star, but I'm noticing he has on his wrist a watch, and not like a fancy watch, a watch. Mm-hmm. And I'm looking at, do you need that as a rock star? It's just, where you got to go, Sting? You need a watch. I don't want my rock stars punctual. If you're going to make a date with Jim Morrison, he'd be late. What is he going to be in the middle? Is everyone ready to rock and roll?
Hold on.
Well, we better wrap it up in about an hour and 15. I've got some stuff to do. The sitter is waiting. Are you ready to rock? I want my rock stars on heroin or dead, okay? That's a rock star.
Here.
Not with a watch.
Greg Hahn is our guest.
I went out with this one girl. Can I say this?
Yeah. Sure.
Get a load of this. I'm on a date. I was out with this girl, right? Here's what she says. It's true. She says, oh, I did something she didn't like. She goes, oh, you just lost some points. Whoa, there's points involved. It's a point system that the women have. It's a point system. Men, we don't know what's going on. All we know is it involves points, and all of a sudden, we're down. You know what I mean? I was doing my impression of her mother. She's like, oh, you just lost some points. I'm like, really? How many did I start out with? Don't ask any questions. You're just going to lose more points. Well, transfer my account to your younger sister.
Spanning the globe to bring you the constant variety of
curvy cleavage on display.
And the agony of defeat.
Don't touch those.
Sorry. The human drama of
Those of curvy cleavage on display.
this is
The Bob and Tom Show.
Coming up.
Hey, welcome back to the Bob and Tom Show. Christy Lee at the news desk.
Hi.
There's Josh Arnold at the I Hate Steven Singer sidekick chair.
Chick.
There's Jessica Alsman.
Hey.
There's Ace Cosby. Hey. There's Willie Griswold.
Chickster.
I'm Chick McGee, and here's Tom Griswold.
Got some stuff I really wanted to get to. We'll have to get to it later, though. Including interesting marijuana news coming out of the Ben and Jerry's camp.
Cool.
We have an update from Mojave Max. Not sure if you know who Mojave Max is.
I don't know if I don't know who it is or I don't care. I can't decide.
Okay, well, you'll find out. All right. Kind of the Puxatawny Phil of a different realm.
Okay.
But right now, it's time to discuss today's date and the significance of many events on this day.
Time now for Today in History. April 26th. 26, Tom.
Chick, you might remember this one. Ace, maybe. 1977, Studio 54. The disco club opens in New York City.
I was there.
Were you?
Nope.
Wow. It was in the news every day.
Yeah, it was.
Pretty much.
And it turned out it was probably because of the free cocaine given to the celebrities.
Lots of cocaine.
I'll tell you what. If that glory hole could talk,
well, there's a.
You know what it would say if the Studio 54 glory hole could talk.
Nice to see you again, Mr. Bowie.
The balcony, I guess, was where it all happened.
Oh, is that
Wasn't there
it?
A balcony area. Yeah.
I went there after it was Studio 54. It became a different club.
Studio 55?
No, it was.
I was there when it was Studio 62, and
it was just a parade of celebrity jackasses. You know, Liza Minnelli, they're getting uglier by the minute. trying to find another gay man to marry.
Oh, yeah. That's Liza.
Because that happens, see?
That's Liza.
Okay, sorry. Let's see, what else is going on?
What am I doing?
You like this one, Chick?
What am I doing?
I need your input on this.
Yeah, go ahead.
Willie?
Yeah.
NFL, 83.
Most think it's the biggest and best draft ever in the history of the sport.
Really?
Yeah, Elway, I think, went in 83. Marino, Darryl Green, but that's closer to my heart.
John Elway drafted the first pick by
Colts. He refused.
really? Baltimore Colts.
He refused, yeah. He started it.
No.
I won't play there.
That's what he said. And he didn't.
It worked out. It was Elway or the highway.
Mm-hmm.
Wait a minute. Never mind. Let's see. That's not good. This is kind of funny. 89, Mike Tyson gets a speeding ticket for racing his Lamborghini in Albany, New York.
Good for you, Mike. How fast was he going? You have a time on there?
No, it doesn't. Well, no, it doesn't.
How fast was he going, Willie?
70.
I had no idea it would go that fast. I had no idea. No idea at all.
Like many trying to get out of Albany. Let's see. That's boring. Oh, here we go. Birthdays. You know something? I've always wondered how you pronounce this guy's name. I've been reading it forever, but famous architect, born in 1917. Is it I.M. Pei? P-E-I?
I've always heard Pei. I.M. Pei.
That's what I've heard too, but yeah.
You want to go P? Is that what you want to do?
I don't know. Because I always get him confused with Will I Am.
Oh yeah.
Who is a...
Yeah, I can't imagine why you get him confused.
Who is with the P's?
The P's. I love that. Can you do your P's thing? I love that when you do
the P's. The P's.
I'd go with I.M. Pei.
It is I.M. Pei? Okay. Is he responsible for the thing in Paris where they put the glass pyramid next to the...
Oh,
I don't know. I forget.
Yeah. It didn't take him that long either. Yeah.
Hey, look, make it a pyramid.
Like an afternoon, he thought of that. Yeah.
Let's see. Oh, boy. I don't know how to pronounce this one either. Jet, is it Lie or Lee?
Lee.
Jet Li.
Jet Li.
L-I?
Yeah.
Yeah, what happened to him? He was everywhere there for a minute. Now he's gone.
You know what he kind of had is the issue that a lot of the like when movies went to talkies. His voice. Did you ever hear?
It's a very.
It's not what you would expect from a total badass.
Gotcha.
Oh, is he I assume this is a karate dude?
Yeah.
Well, you know, I don't like kung fu movies.
I know.
He's a great action star though. For a while there, he was cool.
Okay, and I love this next guy.
Man.
He's not an action star. He kind of is in some ways. Kevin James, the comedian. Born in
An
1965.
action star?
I'm a fan too.
Yeah,
Paul
On a
Blart.
Segway, maybe.
Mall cop.
On a Segway, yes.
You don't have to draw some sort of connection with everything you're saying. You just go ahead and say, hey, it's Kevin James' birthday.
I loved his most recent sitcom that I guess nobody else liked.
I Heart Bob.
Yeah, I didn't see it.
Abishola or whatever.
No.
Nope, it's Billy Gardell. You're getting your fat guys.
Same thing.
No,
Billy's
he's
not
good.
fat
He's
anymore.
not fat.
Not the same.
Absolutely the same. Is it Josh Arnold or Tom Arnold or
happy birthday, Channing Tatum.
I understand he's a great guy.
That's what I've heard, too.
Really funny.
He looks like a meathead.
He is, but I like him. Yeah.
He's supposed
I'm
to be
sure he's
super,
fine.
super
Nobody
nice guy.
asked you, lady.
Would you rake your fingers down his chest?
Sure.
All
I
right.
didn't say
On
it wasn't hot.
On his private jet.
Time now
You
for
said he was a
things
meathead.
we learned. Brought to you by Angie. With Angie, it's easier than ever to get home projects done well. Get started on the Angie app or go to Angie.com. We learned that, Chick McGee, the sports director in quotes of the Bob and Tom Show, is absolutely tired and had it with the NFL draft. I don't want to hear anything more about it. And now I understand it's on a network television Thursday night, which is unheard of. I don't know what's going on. I wanted to know earlier, does Air India serve hamburgers in flight?
No.
We have to find out because we have that Air India news story coming up tomorrow.
I'm sure they don't.
Let's put a man on it. Tom
there are people who aren't whatever Hindu or who doesn't eat the cows? Is that Hindu?
Hindu?
Vegans.
Vegans.
Oh, okay. So there's like a secular. Okay, sorry.
Shouldn't Air India be called Smog? No. All right. Filthy air quality over there.
Not everywhere. You go out to the country where the tigers are.
Oh, that's right. I was trying to figure out what this meant. Tom has a very special secret show scheduled. So secret that none of us know anything about it, probably until the day before.
Right.
I'm guessing
by the way, you got to be somewhere tomorrow.
late afternoon of the day before.
We got a couple technical.
I don't know why Chick's upset. I don't understand. Tom was just giving advice to a new homeowner yesterday.
A friend of mine has a brand new house.
You have a handout, don't you, to give people?
I do.
Yeah, that's great. You think that's helping?
My checklist? Oh, he loves it, yeah.
Oh, he loves it. I would love to hear him talk.
He had his dad come over, and they did the thing where they get in the phone because they're...
Dad, you got to go over there. I can't step 1 foot into that place again.
The box wasn't marked, so we didn't know which breaker did what. It's very important to know that.
Dad, here's the thing. I'm going to kill him if you don't go over there and talk to him. David Rush got another world record. I'm not sure what... Oh, he... barbell from hand to hand, right? Heavier weight, 40 pounds.
Yes, he's an expert juggler.
But Tom recognized that David got a haircut.
He's doing a new thing. I think it looks good.
Good for him.
May 6th.
He's got a new logo.
Does he?
Yeah, that's
what?
Cool.
Really? He has his own logo?
Of course. He's the world record guy.
Let's see.
I forgot to say this. Copernicus made the first observation of Saturn in 1514. And did you know he named it?
I didn't.
Oh, yeah. He said Saturn has kind of a nice ring to it.
The Lord of the Rings.
Wrap it up.
This is the Bob and Tom Show.
Hey, thanks for listening to the Bob and Tom Show this morning. Get a look at today's show on our YouTube channel.